stand there, you hear me? This is my house. This is my house. You don't get to stand there.
Hey!
Very
Welcome.
fucking Krampus shit and Christmas and whatnot.
Yeah. Nice. Welcome to Awesome Talk Season 4, Episode 2 on December 23rd, 2014. Clinky, everybody, to this nice little Christmas special.
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Jesus,
Blue!
Every goddamn week it's something else. You should have seen him misbehaving last time.
Don't you blame him, dickwad.
It was his fault!
Look at your face. The guy starts the shit and then goes, I didn't like the
I
beers."
put one bottle on top of one bottle.
Oh,
That's
one
the
bottle
dickhead.
too many.
That's the dickhead who decided to
bottle
put
too
a
many.
mug on top of a bottle, alright? I'm
So-
sorry, my hands are clean.
So, here we are.
Literally and figuratively.
Your hands are not clean.
No, my hands are clean, bitch.
You can go ahead and
I'm
clean
going
that if you
to.
need
You're
to.
goddamn right.
To
I'm
get
gonna
through the
I'm
day.
gonna cling that all day long.
He manicures.
It's the truth.
Yeah, it sure does.
My hands are cleaner than a
Yes.
motherfucker.
Otherwise, they look like shit.
We will be the first to admit it.
So anyway, Awesome Talk, Season 4, Episode 2. We got one crazy show tonight. We've had some things switched around, some things that are going on.
Jesus Christ!
You big motherfucker.
Tom
Fucking
and-
Mongolian!
Mongolian!
You bad shitty wall!
You regular shitty
wall!
Tom and Scott from POW WOW are on their way here. They're going to be here any minute. They're like 5
Should be
miles
fun.
away.
Yeah.
Later on in the night, around 11 o'clock, we were supposed to have Aaron Nelson on from the Anti-Media and the Pontiac Tribune.
But he flaked out.
So he employed his good friend, who's been on the show before, Joseph Lemieux, who's going to be on from Politically Exhausted. He's also the co-founder of the Pontiac Tribune. So I want to hear it for Joe coming in tonight. Also, in the middle of the show tonight, we have a special story that we filmed being told by Matt Hill. It's called Matt's Horror Stories.
Yeah, Matt's Horror Stories.
And it's about his time in Amsterdam. So we're gonna hear a little bit about that. So
With
that's gonna be
horse.
good. Oh, the story is good. The story is good. We're also gonna see the what?
The tape is thick.
The tape is thick. We're also gonna see some live
I still
music.
don't know what that means.
No, nobody
And
knows
it's
what
been
that
a year.
means.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what that means. We're also gonna listen to some live music from POW WOW when they played at the Sherman Theater, which is just some fucking really, really amazing footage. Big fucking crowd. It's a good show. So now that all that's out, as it turns out, I just wanted to say that Chance from Sherman Tanks might Skype in for a few minutes just to
Okay.
say hi too.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm gonna say oh yes to him just so he knows.
Wonderful.
So let's do an around the bar just to get the
could
night
do
going.
that.
I am Rick.
I'm John.
I would be Ryan.
Stones.
Woo.
Yeah, guitar. All right, that is nice. That's nice. I'd also like to say, Stones, welcome back to the bar. Stones hasn't
Yes,
been
sir.
at the bar in some time.
Yes.
So what brings you back here tonight?
Childless for the evening.
Oh, good for you.
There you go.
Thank God, right? Am I right? Am I right?
I mean, what better
I'm still
excuse?
trying to
Hey,
push.
Sean's not here.
I'm not gonna be able to say that for a while.
I'm still trying to push a series of sketches that we do where it's all just different ways you died, where we never actually explained why you disappeared. Like it's like you like falling off a cliff and like rest
Yeah.
in peace.
It's like
and,
Final
every week is a
Destination.
new weird death that like could never really happen to normal
He just
people.
gets hit by a phone cord that cuts his neck off and shit like that.
You know,
Spinal
phone
Tap
cords
drummers.
don't
Yeah, yeah.
exist anymore.
Yeah, he just explodes in flames.
Solar
I would
power,
be entertained.
solar panel went wrong and like ignited him.
Oh,
That's good.
the eye is actually a target. And people are firing arrows at it.
Yeah.
Maybe the eye should just be
It is a
red and it
target.
fires lasers.
You know what? I have a picture of him where he's got a laser eye going on in the the shit eye.
Right, all right. Yeah, thanks.
It's in the shit eye.
Wow.
Not
I
my bum.
would consider my
How
my
graceful.
laser eye my good eye.
You'd consider what?
I would consider having a laser eye my good eye.
I would call that the good
Perhaps,
eye.
yeah.
I would call that the good
Doesn't
eye.
get much better than that.
Well, no, because then you use the good eye to aim, and you just fire off with old shit eye, and you start fucking shit up, you know?
Old shit eye. It sounds like a pirate name.
Yeah, old shit eye.
Old shit eye.
Long John shit
We
eye.
have to shut the air off.
We do have to shut the air off. Excuse me one second, gentlemen. Stones, aren't you glad to be back?
Oh,
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Within 3 minutes, he immediately regretted his decision.
Aren't you
I have my
glad to
kids
be
back.
back? Answer, thank
As
you.
I always do.
It's like a non-committal sort of answer.
All right, so Tom and Scott should be here soon. So before they get here,
Whatever.
let me throw something out there for you guys.
Before they get here, let's throw out everything we need to say before Tom gets here and all the power goes out.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yes, absolutely. Well, first of all, I just want to say, the holidays are coming in. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah, every time Tom Dente is on the show, the power, the first time the power in all of Wall went out, and the second time
The
our
power
computer
just here
tower,
went out.
yeah, the computer tower just died at random. And
Is he a sorcerer of somewhat?
he's a farmer, and that might have something to do with it.
He's an
I think he's walking around with an EMP.
He's an
device.
infidel in the eyes of North
He's got an
Korea.
electromagnetic pulse in his pocket, and he just sets it off whenever he feels
Even though,
like it.
those eyes don't see so good, but,
He's got the EMP laser in his shitty eye.
Yeah, right. An old shit eye.
old shit eye.
Hashtag
So-
old shit eye.
I collected some things to talk about for tonight, as usual. I figure I'd start light.
Okay.
The video is circulating online of a Romanian dude getting his dick sucked by a carp in a river.
Always.
One dude is filming, another dude is helping. As it turns out, carp are very important to the Romanians around Christmas. They often keep one in their bathtub. Now we know why, I guess.
Get your dick sucked. When you go to the bathroom.
So, a lot of questions here. First off, why does he have two friends helping?
Well, I don't know enough about fish to know the fish didn't want it. Maybe he was baited into
Listen,
doing
if
it.
you said
I
I
did have fish.
Did you say baited?
Baited, yes. I did
Maybe
indeed.
the
Oh, on
Romanians
purpose,
are- Maybe the
too.
Romanians are the one that came over the term masturbation.
But,
if you said I want to go have sex with a carp, I need
Masturbate.
help doing it.
I mean, you don't know that. That carp might have been sitting on the water's edge, like
Finally.
fucking fishnet stockings and shit like
Fishnet
that.
stockings.
Booby tassels, fucking thong.
if that goes out, that invitation goes out to anybody here. If any of you all say to me, I want to go have sex with a carp, will you help me and also videotape it? Yes.
Stones, you know what, Stones?
It was like an orgasmo.
I'm actually completely not surprised by that response.
Really? Because
It was-
I'm pretty sure if anyone on the show said that to me, I'd be like, yes, as long as we can use the footage
Oh, well,
for anything at all.
But that's different. That's a professional thing. He's just doing it to do it. I mean, he'll use an old videotape that no one can even play
not be
anymore,
played
just
anywhere.
to say it was there.
It's a private archive.
Yeah.
Family and friends all.
It was like maybe it was like orgasmo. Like the carp was sitting on the side of the river and he came upon the guy and he was like, "You're gonna make me come or I'm gonna kick your ass."
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah, but
he was raped.
But the carp was blowing him, so he's basically raping the carp.
What
in
the
the
fuck
mouth.
else is the carp gonna do?
Yeah.
To him?
Well,
He's not
that's what I
equipped.
wonder.
He's not
Do they
equipped to
at
do
least-
anything
after
but
he's
that.
finished, do they at least bake it up and it's already stuffed?
Oh.
And salted.
Oh.
Salted.
Oh.
That's what they call Romanian cream.
Oh. God.
You get it at the local donuts.
Is this where
Romanian cream carp.
this is where fish milk was born?
And to make it legitimate, they call it Bavarian cream.
Yeah. Bavarian cream. We know
Remind me
what
to
that
never
is.
eat any fish while I'm in Romania.
That's human
Like
cum
my
in the
fish,
mouth carp.
no
Hey,
carp.
Chance is in the chat room. What's up,
Hey,
buddy?
what up,
Hey. I am Chance. I will return. Give me a bit. Okay, you go
Oh,
masturbate.
God.
Come on back. I know you probably.
Why'd you even bother?
Yeah, he's
Keep
probably. Doubtlessly, he's got a carp in the tub.
Why'd you even
So-
show up if you were just gonna leave 2 seconds later?
I know, right? Don't you hate when
That's
people do
poor
shit like
planning.
that?
I'm sorry. He's
good.
probably a schizophrenic.
It's the only explanation.
It's the only possible.
It's the only thing that
explanation.
would make any goddamn sense. So yeah, so we got carp fuckers in Romania. So
They're probably everywhere.
yeah, it's running rampant. It's just this is the video that got out, and supposedly this guy might even be.
Can't even be mad. I imagine it takes a fair amount of skill to mouthfuck a carp.
Well, he's got a friend
fresh
holding
out
it.
the river though. You gotta catch the damn thing
Yeah,
first.
catch it first. Yeah.
One friend is holding it, but what is the? What does a carp think is?
Wait a minute. If his friend's holding it, I don't think that counts. That's just your friend jerking you off
Yeah,
with a
with
fish.
a fish.
Yeah.
But the fish
Wait
is
a minute.
alive.
You made it sound slightly more romantic than that.
Fish is alive. Actually, a woman in Florida or something recently just got arrested for fucking a dead fish.
To be honest with you, I
At
thought
least it was
what we're
dead
talking
and
about now.
unaware
Necrophilia.
of the fact
Yeah.
that it was in a really horrible situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
how
Probably
is
didn't want to fucking be in.
I
How
thought
is it
what we were
illegal?
talking about now is what the show
get
River
arrested?
Monsters was originally about.
Yeah. It's not Romanians. You're the river monster. The fish are like, hey, we're fine. We're just trying to swim around and eat algae and shit.
Who's the real monster?
Yeah, who's a real monster here? Romania.
Look in the mirror.
Oh, let's see. There we go. Chance said he just wiped his keyboard off. He said because he's back because he finished.
Right.
Easy try plastic wrap.
Scales everywhere.
Oh, it would be a nightmare, dude.
Yeah, because you have to rub your hand up and down it, so
Oh.
you're basically scaling the fish already.
And what if it's got those little teeth?
Yeah, man.
You know, some of those fish that got the little teeth.
Or it's got the
Some people
lure
are
in
into
it.
pain.
That's
Some
ribbed,
people like it rough.
I guess that's ribbed for his pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a
Only his
sleeve for the auto blow, like
A
carp.
fish sleeve?
A carp? Yeah.
So
Oh,
we get
yes.
auto blow carp
Largemouth
sleeve.
bass.
Top sleeve.
Yeah,
There
the
you go.
smallmouth bass.
The auto carp.
Yeah, it could be Billy Bass, you know, the one that sings.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like, hello, my baby.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
That's right. You take it, Billy Bass mouth.
Billy,
Billy mouth bass. What is it? Big mouth Billy Bass?
Oh, well, who
Shit
cares?
like that. Anyway, but at Spencer's, it was a thing.
Everybody knows. It's fine. You
We
can
forgive
stop
you.
now.
Ah.
You're forgiven.
All right.
Okay,
Next.
here's a good one. This one's gonna spark a nice debate. No sex with animals in this one.
Damn.
Lions Bears game Thanksgiving Day. You remember? Okay. A guy is sitting in the stands. He notices a woman in front of him texting a guy named Jason. She's saying she wanted to be with him and
I do
whatnot.
it all the time.
The only problem was that she was sitting next to her husband and was 8 months pregnant. The guy left a note for the other guy and said, "Hey bro, check your girl's phone. You don't know me and I don't know you, but I thought you should know." And then it's an anonymous note he left. And so the question is, did the guy do the right thing? Did he overstep his bounds? I mean,
What? I
the
don't
woman
know.
could be talking to a son or something. You know,
Whatever.
it might not be a guy she's fucking, but you know, you go to a game and you see some shit like that, or you go to any venue and you see somebody doing some shit like that. Do you?
Don't give a flying fuck.
I don't think I'd even notice.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
probably. I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't notice. I wouldn't spend that
I'm
much
like-
time looking at anybody
Second
else's
glance,
cell phone.
like, yeah,
like-
whatever.
I just
Drink
feel
a
like the
beer.
game must have really sucked.
Yeah, if it's more exciting than the game.
He's
Yeah,
just
like-
like, "Hey, what's going on with Jason here?
Hey.
Let's see what's going on. Who's this guy?
How's your life?
Yeah, what's she doing?"
Yeah, that's sad. It's just makes
You-
me feel bad for that gentleman.
So it's sad that he intervened.
yeah, it's
or
sad that he
sad
doesn't
for
have
the
any
guy
fucking
who's-
things better to do.
Hey, I would have taken a picture. And
That's what I'm
had to
saying.
do
At
a
least those two
blackmail.
got. At least those two
Yeah, I
got a
got
life.
photos
You
of
know,
them
like
talking, yeah.
at least they're into some
Blackmail.
shit. Who
You
knows
know,
what?
she's
You
smart, you might
know.
have got a blowjob out of it.
Yeah, you never know.
Carp job.
Yeah, carb job. Because if
That's just wild, though. I mean, he might have just caused problems where none were, you know? I mean, that's just like,
Might
you know,
have.
hey, dude, that's that guy's problem. That's him and his girl's shit, you know? They'll,
Yeah.
they'll figure it out sooner or later, and if he doesn't, hey, more power to her, you know? Like, I don't know, like, whatever. But why would you do that? Like, you know, why would you, a random fucking stranger at a football game, no less? Like, that's fucking creepy, dude, you know? Like, mind your
Yeah.
fucking
you know what it
business.
makes me think of? If
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
walking
mind your
around,
fucking business, dude. Like, dude, I'm sorry. If I was sitting in a movie theater and somebody was oogling over my shoulder like that, I'd probably get pissed off, you know? Like,
Yeah,
like,
same here.
I always wonder too, like when I walk through a parking lot and like somebody leaves their headlights on. Sometimes I want to check to see if the door's open so I can turn the headlights off for them, but I would never do that because if somebody saw me reaching for their door,
Yeah,
they would think I'm breaking into their
No,
fucking
yeah,
car. Like, and then
whatever.
what do you do? What do you do? You say, "No, I'm seriously trying to help you by going into you." Like, who would even believe you anymore?
Well,
you know?
normally the headlights are the only thing that's on when they have auto shut-off headlights and the brake lights are off. So you should be able to tell by that.
Yeah.
If the brake lights are off and the headlights
But
are
if it's
on,
like a
the lights will go off.
1985 Buick Regal, like,
No, I know, yeah, no,
you
you
know.
try to be well. Then see,
plus
I would
those
just
lights
like
will
you
burn
know,
the battery up in
dude,
like 2
I'd
minutes.
seriously, I'd just be like, hey, you know, your headlights are still on. That's
Well,
all.
I'm saying the guy's
Yeah,
nowhere to be
shut.
found. There's no one in the lot.
Well, then
It's just you
whatever.
by
I'm saying,
yourself.
yeah, sorry. You know, I mean, what am I'm not gonna get arrested over it.
You smash
know
the
what?
headlights.
That's
Yeah,
the protocol.
that's it.
You
That's
know what?
what's gonna help.
I might try that. I might try
Nah,
that.
yeah,
when
fuck
going
them.
to
You know
stuff.
what?
I'm with
Hey,
you with that. I
hopefully
might
they
just
got
do that.
jumper
Take a good long
cables.
hard look at the stereo.
Hopefully they got
Yeah.
jumper cables, and you know,
Like
if you
$10
on your way
for
out of the
that.
store at
Yeah.
the end, walk past the car, make sure they're still there. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, but no, I wouldn't go break
See,
into somebody's
Woo,
fucking
you have an
car over
advantage
that
though,
shit.
because if somebody started yelling at you, you could just turn around and act like you don't speak English. just start saying anything. Make up a language.
Like, no, I could.
Yeah, they'd see the Jimi Hendrix shirt and the fish
Hey,
tattoos, and they'd be like, "Oh, whoa, foreigner."
Yeah, right. He's got an I Love USA hat on.
What do these words mean?
Oh,
I got these at Times Square.
Yeah. About a month a quarter, there's 24 bucks total. Oh, fuck.
I never thought to like open the door and turn the lights up. But anytime I if the person's still there and I try to be like, "Hey, your lights are on," every single time, like, "Yeah, they shut off automatically, dipshit."
Yeah.
Every single
No,
time.
I do
Yeah.
get that
Actually,
a lot.
I found
People are like, "Oh,
somebody's,
your headlights on." I'm like, "Yeah, it'll shut off."
Yeah.
I forgot
Relax.
about that. After you guys left the music awards the other night, I was walking through the parking lot on my way back, and I found some chick's wallet, and I just brought it back to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Stone
yeah.
Pony. So hopefully
Yeah.
but yeah, you know, I don't know. What are you supposed to do?
It just seems to me it's like one of those things where like you want to do the right thing, but
But
the
it
right
always
thing might
No,
backfire
but listen,
on you.
but that's
So it's
fine
like,
though.
yeah.
But no, but that's because if it does, you're overstepping. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, natural selection and shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not in the position to help, and it would be a detriment to you to do so. You know, like, it's not like life and death. If that dude's headlights burn out his battery, oh well, he calls somebody to come jump his car. You know what I mean? It's not the
You're
worst
asking the
fucking.
person
But if he's being
next to you.
beaten,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah. If
it's
somebody's being
still-
beaten, you step in if you feel
yeah,
the
there's
need.
times to
Yeah.
step into people's cars and sometimes no.
But yeah, I mean,
Like
I
my
wouldn't.
assholes that leave their fucking goddamn pets in the car. I have no problem with breaking the fucking
No
window.
fucking
Yeah.
and just
problem
let-
whatsoever.
Yeah.
This-
Like I don't care if the
that
window's
was
played
broken,
out
the
big belief,
car's
That was
though.
played out on The
broken.
Office.
Yeah.
That scenario was
But that's
played
a
out
big
on The
belief,
Office,
though. That's
where
different.
They
Than,
broke the car window, and then they're like, "So what do we do with this dog? Do we just? I mean, we can't just let it jump out."
yeah.
They're creating more
We can bring
problems.
it to any shelter that says don't leave your goddamn pets in
Right.
the car during the summer
Yeah.
And you
while
call
they
it-
cook
you know.
slowly to death and you're inside
Don't
buying
call
your
the
bratty
police.
kids
Whatever you
fucking
fucking
Barbie
do.
dolls.
Because they'll shoot the fucking thing.
It's like,
So,
oh,
And you
yeah,
would
there's no
call
hope for
that.
this one. Boom.
yeah, no hope for this one.
It's a little warm.
Then they
Look
shoot
at him in
you.
there.
They're like, this will teach you for breaking into people's cars too.
Just
Boom.
shoots everyone, all the witnesses.
There's nothing scarier than a little chow chow stuck in the back of a Jeep.
Kill it.
Kill it!
Yeah.
I felt threatened.
But that's a belief, you know, and I agree with that, by the way. You know what I mean? Like with the animals and the cars thing. But I mean, we were talking about, you know, what's the difference between being a good Samaritan and being a fucking asshole and a nosy pain in the ass? You know what I mean? Like we were more on that level with that story, you know? Like, where's that?
So where is
line?
the level?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You
It's
stay
an
out of fucking
object-
people's
it's
business,
personal.
though.
It's a personal
Everyone
choice,
has
right?
their
Yeah,
own
that person
choice.
thought he
Yeah.
was doing the
Other
right
people
thing.
be like, fuck the fucking animal in the car. They left it there. It's their animal. If it bakes, it's their
Yeah,
fucking
some people are
sad
like that.
fault.
You know what? When all that legislation was coming out to say that it was legal to break somebody's window if you see a pet inside or a child inside, like, because now you can't get arrested for that. If somebody's got their pet in the fucking car, you're allowed to break the
Is
window.
that everywhere? Or is that
I don't know if it's
state
everywhere.
thing?
It might be a state thing.
Damn, I whipped the fucking door off. God, I
Yeah.
love dogs.
I don't know.
I love dogs. I love
Save the
dogs,
fuck
man.
out of
I'll-
them.
I'd say the
much
fuck out of
I
that
don't know,
dog.
I don't
I'll
know.
It's like
I'll
Pee Wee
tear that
Herman
door
when he's
up.
running out of
I don't know how
fucking
much I
French
agree with
store
that either.
Snakes and
Snakes is
like,
like,
I mean,
woo!
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
me.
agree
love-
with the smash the window shit. I really don't. I
Well,
mean,
then, what
call
are
a
you-
fucking cop. They come with fucking lockpicks. They'll have that fucking
Hold
door
on,
open.
hold
They'll
on.
take the fucking
If it's
animals away.
105
Yeah,
degrees
it's
out
105
and there's a dog in the back, like,
Yeah, you break
with
that
its
fucking
tongue
window.
hanging
yeah,
out, it
that's
could die any
different.
minute.
Yeah,
that window.
You know?
Exactly.
But I mean, like,
but
you know, there are gonna be a million people who like, oh, look, dog in the car. You know, like
Yeah.
they don't like the dog could have been sitting there for 2 minutes in the air conditioning,
Right,
and the
right.
owner just ran into the
Right,
pharmacy
right,
to pick
right.
something up,
Yeah.
and they're on their way back out, and they're perfectly decent people,
Right.
and they just left their dog in the car, and some asshole's gonna come along, ah, cruelty, bam, and then like, you know, and now the dog's running loose, there's broken fucking glass everywhere. Like, where's the line there? You know, how do you have the judgment to know that animal's in danger? Unless it's like panting on the like, you know, it's got its paws against the glass, like, save me! Like
if I was
that
a
doesn't
dog-
happen a lot. You
I was a
know?
dog
There's like
and my
palm
window
prints
just
on
got
a
smashed
foggy
in.
window.
Yeah. Red rum.
It's written backwards. I can't make it out. No.
I
Do you
can't
think the dog?
understand
Do you think the dog would come back and haunt the car?
I gotta break the window and put all the pieces together to read it.
Yep.
I mean, if a dog
That's a
used the car,
slippery slope, you
if
know?
a dog
Glass.
used the car as his property, you smash that window, you're taking your own risk by fucking
Yeah.
attacking your ass.
I would just, if I mean, if I'd honestly
just
call
feel
animal
like if the
control and
thing
call
is-
the police and let them fucking
it's
give the
usually
guy a
pretty
ticket or
obvious
something.
when something is dying in the heat. So, you know, if the thing is just sort of dancing around in the
Well, I
car,
don't know. I'm gonna do this like,
you know, I'll be like, oh, this
One
guy's
more.
all right. But if I come back fucking 30 minutes later and now it's like, okay, window breaking time.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't know where the guy is and maybe he's not coming back.
You
For all I know,
ever try to break a car window?
not easy.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
But I have seen
Not
someone
easy. Yeah.
do it.
Huh?
not hard.
Yes, she saw somebody do it with their fist.
Really?
Yes.
That's a
I
lot
did it
of
with my. Remember my Chevy Blazer?
Yeah.
I did it with my fist when I locked it when I was on the pizza delivery, and my fucking my wallet chain grazed my fucking auto lock button while because it was like windy down by the beach, and the door blew back into me and my fucking keys, like my spare keys. I left the truck
Yeah,
running
yeah.
and my spare keys were on me and they hit the button. And the door slammed behind me, and I go up and give the person the pizza, and I'm like running super fucking late to the next delivery, and my truck is sitting there in Ocean Grove running locked, and I just fucking put my fist through the fucking the rear window in one shot, and just like unlocked it, and went back to the store and
I
took
got
it all.
pizzas to deliver.
Yeah, dude, I got money to make. I can't sit here watching my fucking gas run out, and I had shit to do. So I went back.
You money.
Yeah, I went back and fucking cut a fucking piece of fucking cardboard
box.
from
A
a
pizza
fucking
box.
no, not a pizza box, a bread box.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, they're heavier. They're heavier.
difference,
They're
yeah,
heavier
difference,
grade.
yeah.
They're a heavier grade of cardboard. So, and actually, I
They still say
weatherized it
thank
at
you
one
on
point.
What?
They still say thank you on the side.
Thank you. Thank you. Come again.
Like Italian guy on it, like, hey.
Yeah.
The apron.
He's rotund.
Saying I'm advertising too at the
Yeah,
same
they
time.
So you got,
And
you
you
actually
actually-
got paid double.
Right?
Double.
See?
The
That's the
advertising.
brilliance of me. 2 birds, 1 stone. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I locked my keys in the car.
Well, let's make lemonade, baby.
Holy fucking shit. Chance, you still in the chat room, buddy?
You carp fucker.
No, he's not a carp fucker. We said he masturbated all. Well, he might have been watching carp porn. You never know.
It's a new thing.
Holler. Well, if he comes back, we might have him on for a few minutes.
All right.
I love Chance to death. He wants to come here on the 6th when Renee comes.
No!
Yeah. Renee is coming, and Foster the Genius. They'll both be here for the same
That's
show.
funny.
That'll be
Foster's
fucking
got some good
hysterical.
videos up lately, man. He just went
Dude.
video nuts and.
Yeah, I know, he went crazy. He, like,
and
discovered
they're really
Vine
funny.
and went
They're
nuts with
fucking
it,
funny,
dude.
Man, they really are.
And his act at the fucking Awesome Talk show was fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It was
he
great.
walked in at the perfect moment, dude, and just fucking killed him, man. Fucking kill. I needed to get. John,
We
like,
did
could
not-
you get me 2?
we did not do
just
it
out of
on
the cooler right
purpose.
here. I have. Just give me 2 Blue Moons.
He did not do that on purpose. That was 50% luck. He
What do
just
you mean?
waltzed in and fucking ripped it.
Dude, yeah, he just walked in and
He
just
did great.
killed it, dude, like a boss. So,
He was lucky. He showed up at the right time.
what's up? Fucker. Hey, Chance, you want to Skype in? Can you
At
type
least
it to
don't
him,
fucking
Gigs?
talk.
At least I'm fucking something, he says.
What are you trying to say?
Don't get defensive, Stones. Nobody called you out.
Fuck, what kind of fish? You don't know.
At least I'm fucking something.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's always yeah, that is something. Yeah.
That's an uplifting notion. Like, yeah, there's some fucking something.
Hey, I'm.
All
yeah.
right.
Did you guys see the?
I imagine like pedophiles say that a lot. Hey,
Oh,
it's the
he's
fucking
fucking
something.
something,
I'm not like
right?
sitting in my house
Arguing
like,
about
what,
with
you
the
know.
Nambla guy over here.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Nambla. This
Oh,
guy knows
boy.
all the bylaws.
He spent a good amount of time researching, more than we ever
Public
have.
service announcement. That's all that fucking shit was.
Yeah, actually,
All
yep.
right, Cartman.
Dude,
Cartman Brown.
Chance, send me your Skype name on Facebook real quick. We're gonna get Chance up for just a second. I want Chance to chime in on all of this.
Carp fucker 73. Got it.
Carfucker 73.
Carfucker 73. Got it.
Carp power.
Is that what it says? Carp fucker?
Hold
I
on,
don't know.
hold on.
They have like they have special treatments where you go and you put your feet in this thing, and
Oh
they
yeah,
have
the
like
fish.
yeah. So
Yeah,
my
dead.
question is like,
What do they do? They
why
nibble
is
at there?
yeah?
Yeah, they nibble on the dead
Why
skin
is it
follicles.
like okay to subject tiny fish to eating your gross
Because
fucking
they like that shit.
shit? But like I don't know, sticking your dick in their mouth is.
Honestly, the protein might be even good for him.
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't know.
You really hate men, don't you?
Well, that wasn't a men thing. I mean, women get their feet sucked by
I'm just
fish
saying,
too.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're comparing disgusting feet to.
Yeah, but
Cock
it's
and how
that's
it's the
not a
same
man thing.
Oh,
The
okay.
feet thing. Women. It's
All right.
probably more common for women to go get their
Yeah.
fish
Yeah, I was gonna say,
massage
women
thing,
probably
or
do more.
whatever the fuck it is they do with them.
I don't think I would even want
Fish
to do that.
massage.
I'd be freaked out.
Yeah, because they're not
Hold on.
koi, right?
The sardine treatment.
Hey, that's Japanese.
Chance, I'm
Yeah.
trying here, buddy. Where you at, man?
Found insurance on
Let's see. Let's see what's going on. The video call works, so he's online somewhere.
You heard nothing.
it.
Maybe he's got to be. Does he have to be in my list?
Maybe Tom Dente's too close to the.
I know Tom
Everything's
Dente's too close,
starting
and now
to
all the
fail.
fucking
System
Like,
at
we
80%.
can tell how close he's getting because the lights are starting to flicker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
And it's
our
like, what
bars
is
are going
up
down
with
on our
this guy?
phones. Shit.
Why does this guy always make this
He must be a
happen?
mile away.
The question is, why do you have this guy on coming here, man?
You know what it is? Because he's awesome. He's smart. He's been through a lot of shit. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta lose a little power just to have
I hear that.
a dude
Keep it
like
real.
that on.
Stones
Man.
is like, I'll be right back. He comes back from his
And-
truck with a giant solar panel. He's like, I'll get this fixed in like 5 minutes, guys.
And you know
Dark
what?
out, though.
All out wasn't scheduled.
Scott, his bass player's coming too, man.
The
And that guy,
happiest man on earth.
dude, the dude is so fucking happy, so positive.
Oh, I
And,
hate him already.
He's been a
You know what he's walking into.
massive. He's been a massive support of Austin Talk and everything we do. He was at
What
the live
up?
show.
I love him.
What a show off.
Right.
How dare he care and shit?
Yeah.
God
For
damn.
God's sake, we're not about that life.
That was the first time I met him, and I was like, oh, I've heard so much about you. You're supposed to be like the happiest guy ever, right? And he's like,
Oh, thank you.
No one's ever said that.
It just so happens I am.
You know what's funny? That's funny is we always make fun of people when they're late or not here, and like even our guests, we're just
Yeah,
making
fuck
fun.
them.
You know, it's like we're hazing him for
And
his
they
first
ain't better
time
than
out.
me.
Still trying to get Chance. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but
hey, he's not named Chance for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
This girl knows what I'm talking about.
all right, he's working on it. While he's working on it, let me move on. Did I talk about the Sheephead Bay TGI Fridays drone incident?
I thought you were gonna
Yes,
say
we did.
something.
Yes,
I thought I did.
yes,
I thought I
yes,
did.
yes.
Did I talk about the gun range that
That
sells
way.
alcohol?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
Okay.
At length.
It's the best of. We're just gonna go through all the stories again.
You're slipping, son. This is like.
Did I
2
tell you
episodes
that
ago.
Jose Canseco
Yes.
is selling
Yes,
his
you
finger
did.
that he blew off by accident
Yes,
with
yes,
45?
Actually, I think we
This
talked
is
about
old
that on the
news.
last
Old
one.
Okay,
news.
okay,
Slacking,
okay. I
man.
could've
You're in the
gone
last Get arc, on with
man.
it.
We were
Man smokes weed. This I didn't
Yes,
talk
all
about.
right, good start.
Man.
That's the whole story. Man smokes
Man
weed.
smokes weed.
Anonymous,
Hurrah!
extremely large Asian man smokes weed.
Yeah.
I like how you say. I like how you say extremely large Asian man.
Well, he towers
You know, 'cause
over,
he's
dude.
7
He's
foot
like
6.
8 feet. Fucking.
Well, that's a perspective thing, yeah. He's not so big to me.
I was just gonna make
I
a
think he's
really
a teddy
fucked up
bear.
It's
joke.
weird
like
that
he's
everybody
working on-
got
bring it,
quiet
come
and
on.
the
No,
only
no,
thing
I was gonna.
Stones
It was.
frequently
No.
had.
Come
The
on.
joke. The joke.
Come on.
The joke I was gonna say had something to do with like when people scream, "Hey, it's Godzilla! Do you run away, or do you just hang out?" Like
I'll
I'm
just
fucking
hang out.
awkward
Yeah,
about it.
whatever. Fuck, if it's my day, it's my day.
Dude, the
Whatever.
next Godzilla movie is gonna have Mothra. I am
That
there.
is fucking gonna be
Yeah.
I don't give a
dope,
shit
man.
about Godzilla, but I am all about Mothra.
Yeah,
That probably happens to him as frequently as black people when they approach elevators. White women get off.
You know what's funny?
It doesn't matter because
That was a little labored, but I'll allow it.
Wait, what?
Dude, most white women fucking would. That's not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not even a joke.
fucking
It's like actually a
sarcasm.
statement.
That's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
fucking true in most places, and it's pathetic and retarded.
Hello, I'm Jamal. Oh, this is my
Well,
floor.
people don't usually walk onto an elevator and shake someone's hand. Like, at that point, maybe I would get off.
I don't know what elevators
I don't
you
have
guys are riding,
conversation,
but
dude.
Just-
He's
I'm
a
on
time
some-
traveler.
I'm on
I
some
don't-
really nice elevators. Scott
I'm
from
not.
Pow Wow's
I guess
on it.
I'm not on that many nights.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, what's up?
He's like,
It's
hey,
the
what's
best
up?
My
elevator
elevators
in
are fairly
LA.
cordial
I love that,
places.
dude.
People
You
of
see
all
these things
colors.
that go up and down.
Go up
Oh,
like
live
this
long
there,
day.
There's all
together
buttons you can push. Yeah.
in harmony.
Does anybody know about the elevators from the Hitchhiker's Guide series? They're like the best.
Are they the ones that sigh?
No, those are the doors.
Oh.
The elevators can predict the future, but only by a couple minutes, so that way it knows like who's coming. And like fucking Zyphod Beeblebrox gets on the elevator, and the elevator doesn't want to go up because there's some shit going down soon that he doesn't know about. And she's like, "Down's nice too," and he's like, "I want to go up." She's like, "But what about down?" He's like, "I need to. But what is wrong with you?" And she's like, "Down is a really nice place. Let's go down."
Oh, so man smokes weed. There's a lot of things about the headline and the story about the way it was told that I
Is
don't
that the
like.
whole headline?
No.
Man smokes
Cool.
weed. Oh, that's news.
Wisconsin 30-year-old Jared Kreft was found in a barn with a pipe, some petroleum jelly, blowing a
Now.
horse.
Was it a cock pipe?
Whoa, 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 whoa,
What the
whoa,
fuck?
whoa,
This
whoa,
isn't
whoa,
a
whoa,
weed
whoa.
story. It's a horse
Oh,
blowing
yeah.
story.
No,
God damn you! What is with
I
that
said
shit?
this is gonna be you started out by going, this is an animal fucking story.
No,
And
no,
then
the
you
one
tried to
before it
fucking
was, the
make
one
a
before it.
goddamn flip
The
of
one
bitch
before
and
it.
We
come
didn't
back.
get to one before it. We went
Yeah.
through 50 of them.
You told me to skip it!
Dude, I'm starting to think that you only hang out on animal fucking websites.
Oh, jeez.
If
He's
I
like
did, I'd have
it's like
picture
an
evidence.
IRC chat.
You need to
tell us something.
Neon green.
I didn't get to the good part.
font.
No, it's a good part.
To the good part. I didn't get to the good part.
It's an ICQ.
He was
Hold on.
also wearing.
He would think that there's a good part.
He was wearing crotchless blue
The
jeans.
good part is they put a
And
condom on the
He was
fucking head.
wearing crotchless blue jeans and watching horse porn on a laptop in the barn while this
So
was
the
going
horse
on.
wasn't doing it for him. He had
well,
So
Wow.
the horse
Wow.
there
Wow.
and
Wow.
was
Wow.
watching horse porn.
Here's what I think. I think he set the porn up for the horse to watch.
I think you
Right.
told this story before.
I just think a lot of people are
Other
blowing
stories
horses.
fucking
He's done it
horses, but
before.
not this specific one.
That's like too many horses.
Well,
Though.
we
You,
got
you already got a horse there, and now you're watching horse porn on top of that.
I know.
In a
What
barn.
if it was porn of him previously fucking a horse and he
That's
just
just
played
excessive.
Hey,
Yeah,
I had a wife
that-
once
that's
and I said, why the long
overboard. That's
face?
over.
You got a what?
I had a wife once. I said, why the long face? I used to watch porn with her.
Hey-o.
Jesus.
Oh,
Too
God.
many dimensions to it.
Oh,
What's with your stand-up one-liners tonight? Like, hey, yo, I had a wife one.
I got one for you.
Yeah, hey, here's one back from the archive. Oh, this one on the Tonight Show. What the fuck?
Stone's just starting a new act. He calls himself Rodney Dangerfield Division.
Let's see, what the fuck is going on? I'm still waiting for Chance here. I'm gonna say sup. See how it's going. So yeah, so
So he blew the horse.
he blew the horse. He blew the horse. He was wearing crotchless pants. Here's what I don't get is
Were they
again,
chaps?
I don't care.
the way it was told, they said
I mean, he's
blue
in a barn,
pants.
right?
How was he caught? He was in a barn.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
I mean, did someone
Like,
just
who
knock on the
called
door?
What
Like, hello, is anyone
creeper?
doing
What
in there?
creeper was
One of
jacking
the
off, looking
horses
through the
got loose.
peephole?
He's like, I'm not letting this fucker get away with it again.
He's like dialing the cell phone with his hooves.
Nay.
Well, this is all part of an ongoing investigation.
Just pounds out 9 and then pounds out 1.
We're in the rest of the office.
Dude,
we've
if
been
a dog-
coming here
I'm
every
sorry,
Saturday
if a
night
dog
for
can
10
call
years
911
collecting
when its
evidence.
owner is having a seizure, a horse can fucking run out
Yeah, they
and
can
let
do
people
math.
know that someone's
Yeah, they can
getting
do math.
blown that shouldn't be.
Sure, they're like
Exactly.
raptors. They remember.
Alright, so
Yes, the
has
Jurassic Park
anybody,
reference.
has
Meanwhile, there's a
anybody-
window on the side. There's one lone window on the side of the barn that's got like white stains underneath it.
Yeah, yeah.
Years and years.
From
Yeah,
the
it's just
same
like, it's just
son
like
of a bitch.
an investigation with mounting evidence. Mounting evidence.
Oh, come on. This that was a good one. That was a good one.
Has anybody seen the video online yet about? It was like a guy who gives a homeless guy $100 and
Yeah.
then follows
I
him.
Yeah, I saw it. I watched
All
it.
right.
Yeah, I liked it.
I'm so yeah. I mean, the message behind it is great.
I can explain.
But it's fucking creepy.
It's
like
marketing
if you're
creepy.
giving money to a homeless dude, you don't follow
But
him
wait,
with a
but wait,
camera
wait.
to see what he does with it.
Are they
You
trying to
either-
show he
Yeah.
doesn't buy booze?
It's
That's
so
exactly what they're
creepy.
doing.
Yeah,
Like,
like
and
they're
but this is
trying
the
to
other
show.
thing. I don't think it's. First of all, I don't think the video is real. I don't.
I do.
And
I think it's real.
secondly,
Totally think it's real. Yeah.
I feel like in the past 3 months, all these videos have come out of like, oh, look what happens when this homeless guy gets a meal.
No.
Yeah.
It's because there's a
And
YouTube channel. It's a collective
I
of
feel
just a
like
few people who do it.
Part of me
it's
feels
the same
like
people
I
every time.
understand the message, but part of me goes, please stop exploiting homeless people so you can get
Yeah, but
channel
they're not
views.
though. Yeah, but they're not though because
It feels a
because
little,
they start
a little bit
fundraisers.
like an
They start
exploitation.
fundraisers for all these people. So the one guy who was homeless, the guy was fucked. He ended up in a house
Oh, no,
with
that
furniture
was
and
different.
appliances,
That was a different.
and
that was a
they
completely
paid his
different
mortgage
story,
for a year.
Yeah, but that was a
and
different
the guy went out and
story.
got a
In
job
this
and
one-
turned his life around.
But that
So
was
like,
a different story. In this one, they followed the dude with cameras all fucking day
but they were
without
trying to
him
prove
knowing.
a point. But they did admit it to him, and they didn't air it
They
without his
did
permission.
admit it to him at the end, but,
Right, but
they
they
spent
wouldn't air it
all
without his-
day following him with a camera.
But they
That's
made a good
fucking
point
nuts.
though, because most people think that when they give homeless people money, it's a waste of time because they're going to buy drugs or booze. This guy went in the store, bought a bunch of food, brought it to where he knew there were other homeless people, and started giving it to other homeless people, and they were like eating together and shit.
Ryan
So
spends
that-
all day following people with cameras all the time. I've seen him. He doesn't say shit about it. That was the problem.
He just keeps it in the hard drive at home.
Fuck, you know what I say? Fuck
How
that.
close were
Give
the
the.
cameras
Hey, you know
to-
what? If the
Like,
homeless dude is a
they
drunk
were
and a
like-
drunk
like
addict, give him a couple
No, they were
dollars. His
hitting
life
it. Like,
sucks.
one was, they were in a car watching him go into the store.
Look, here you go,
And,
dude. Good
like-
luck with that
like,
crack.
They were just following him and making sure he didn't see that they
So,
were there.
we just got a
That is kinda
Facebook.
Seems a little fucking creepy.
We just got a Facebook message from Jared. He said, "I think he set up the horse porn for the horse to get him excited." And he goes, he's
To
like,
get the horse excited,
like,
or
that
the dude?
fucking-
The horse.
Oh,
and he goes, "Fuck, you guys are fucking killing me."
Wait, to get the horse excited?
Yeah, to get the horse excited. That's
yeah.
what I said. They probably set the
Maybe,
laptop up for the
yeah.
horse.
He was like, does this work for you, too?
Yeah, right.
And the horse
I
is
know
like-
you don't think I'm sexy anymore.
And the horse is just thinking to himself, dude, I'm only into fucking old men. Like, why are you
Yeah.
showing me this porn?
This
Why
is
you
proof-
show me this?
This is proof that blowjobs are not a chore.
I just.
Hey,
just a
Stokes,
joy.
I'm gonna make you a shirt that says
10
that.
points. 10 points.
That's definitely.
You missed it.
That's
For the
definitely.
win!
I have
For
to say.
the win!
I have to
We've
say.
all been thinking it.
So it's nice to have you back at the
For
bar.
the win!
She's got a piece of marketing for you.
Oh, I was gonna say that if one tagline needs to be given to Stones, it's blowjobs aren't a chore. That's
That
why
goes
the
on his
fucking
baseball
dudes
card.
blinded one eye. They were right about what happened
It's like
with cum and
Stone's
blindness.
holding a bat like this, and it just says at the bottom, "Stones, blowjobs are not a chore."
With his mouth open all wide.
His mouth's hanging open. There's a horse in the background.
He has a patch on one eye. Don't let
With a
this happen
laser.
to you.
It was like a seafaring fellow.
Oh, that's how you got the eye fucked up. The horse sort of
That's
lunged
what
in the
I
wrong
said. Well, if
hole.
he's giving all these blowjobs out, sooner or later someone's gonna shoot in his eye.
Eventually, it could have been some nuclear horse.
I didn't say a nuclear whore. I was like,
We're talking about a lot of stuff here.
Now I have 7 eyes.
I don't know where the farmers went, man. They weren't far. A while ago, they weren't far. I don't know what
maybe
happened.
they just saw a farm and got distracted.
Yeah. They're
They
just
like passed a
they're
pasture
picking
and they're
shit
like,
out.
oh my god, we can grow so much shit here. Let's start.
They're running around like Johnny Appleseed,
Yeah.
throwing shit out there.
Scott's like skipping with seeds.
They show up at
I love
11:30 with like
tonight.
a barrel of stuff.
I don't even know the guy, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
based on the fact that he's supposedly the happiest.
Hey, you know
person
what?
we
You know what?
I can run with it.
He was at the Austin
Might not
Talk live
literally
show.
run with it, but I
He
can
knows
run
how
with
it goes
it.
around.
Yeah, they were awesome. That was cool of them to show
Yeah,
up.
that
Yeah,
was
it was great.
fun,
It was
dude.
very cool.
And it's not like they live like down the fucking street.
The live show is almost done. I actually cut it, and I cut some of Tom Dente's bump-ins.
And we filmed the opening, the intro.
We filmed the intro with Struggles T Clown. That was fucking good. Stones, I know you like Struggles.
Oh, Sugar's the man.
I feel like Struggles is your favorite thing that's come out of this studio in recent years.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe you can help out with Struggles Bike Circus.
I will. And I hope to God one day Stone State Soccer comes out.
It's still on the table.
I hope
Wait,
it does.
did-
No, it never came out.
Wait, why?
Because it
Too
never
hot
got
for
cut-
TV.
It never got cut edited all the way, did it?
I
We
was
ended up
I
getting
was the one
trampled.
editing it.
We ended up getting
So what did
trampled
I
by
do
live
wrong
show
here?
stuff.
Yeah.
Or were you editing his footage and I only made the intro?
I was editing the footage because he had the
alright.
green screen
So I
head.
made an intro for no reason. So let's air the intro for Stones Hate Soccer, and we'll just leave it at
And
that.
it's just
The
a
rest of
fucking,
it,
yeah.
Just so that way people can
Oh,
see Stones
come on, it's
kicking
gold.
his own head.
That's where, yeah, that's where
Stones.
Stones is kicking his own head around.
And what, just the rest audio with a picture of me up there?
Yeah.
I thought that was absolutely completed. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's still got work. I'll hook it up for the next time.
It's devolving. It's devolving.
All right, well, look, if you
Let's
don't...
get back on topic here. What's next?
Woo What's up?
Can
man?
this one please not be about penetrating animals?
Yeah.
Right? Or
We'll take a
penetrating
break.
anything.
No more porn.
Yeah,
nurses,
no sex
more
of
that
any
shit.
kind.
We'll
Come
take a
on.
break. Put your dick away.
Bring us something
My
from
dick's
Florida.
been
Come
away.
on.
Trust me, I got in enough trouble.
I know you got
this
some
year.
Florida. Come on, bring
Come
some
on.
Florida.
Come on. It worked.
No, fuck no.
It worked.
Oh god.
Hey,
It worked.
it's better than the fucking blowing horse.
We're
We've
not gonna get
got
away
we've
from
got to
those
stop
animals
going
if
from
we go to
one
Florida.
piss-filled kiddie pool to the next, okay? We got to get in the goddamn deep end, all right? That's where the diving boards are.
It's so much warmer.
That was the creepiest. That might have been the creepiest thing you've ever said. I just picture him sitting amassed amongst a fucking sea of diaper-clad infants,
With his
all
iPad.
pissing everywhere, and still just sitting in the middle like.
Comes up like Apocalypse Now. Rise up out of
He's got like a fucking Mai
got a
Tai in his
periscope.
hand and shit. Yeah, right.
With the eye in the front up here blinking.
I'm just happy to be in your
The
thoughts.
yellow water's the best.
You know what, Stones? I always said you're a glass half full kind of guy. And you know, when it
He
comes
means
to
your
it,
glass is
I
half
said it
full.
to my doctor the last time I saw him.
you what?
I said that to my doctor the last time I saw him.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
all shitty.
I've
and
always
passing
thought of
out,
Stones
and he's
the
like,
glass is
I don't
half
know, you
crazy
look better
kind
than
of
last
guy.
time. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're really a half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, these carrots.
So we got some.
What, do I have some what?
Be honest, everybody. After all the hype that's going on, you kind of want to see the interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco a little more than you did
I don't
before.
care about it at all.
I don't really give a shit either way.
You
I
don't think
also
it's
don't
very funny?
understand why anyone on this planet
really
would
don't.
honestly, I mean, other than the people that
I'm
work
pissed
there,
about it.
or the people involved
I
with
don't whole thing is
projects in
fucking
it that are
stupid.
private.
Right.
I can't for the life of me think of one reason why the government or anyone else that's not personally involved with the company would give a shit about an entertainment company being hacked. Do you know how many entertainment companies have been
Right.
hacked? They deal with it, they fix the fucking problem, and they move the
You
fuck
know what
on.
those entertainment
And
companies
it's not
are
even,
worth?
it's not like some insane
This isn't
secret documentary was leaked to the public and everyone's like, holy shit, this is information.
Yeah, but we're
we
not
need to
talking
know.
about home bar
This is
productions
like
here. This is
fucking-
Sony.
Yeah,
Who gives a
and
fuck?
it's Seth Rogen
Yeah.
and James fucking Franco. What
Yes.
a goddamn threat to the country. Are you kidding me?
Word.
No,
Fuck that.
I agree with
Air
you.
bum.
Air bump.
I
No,
agree.
no, that's that's what pissed me. Like, dude, honestly, and I'll tell you, I think that's what pissed me off about the whole thing the most, was because honestly, I mean, the first thing I thought when I saw, there were two things that I simultaneously thought when I first saw the commercial for this movie. One was,
I've never seen anything
I
about
saw
this
it.
movie
I saw a
except
commercial-
after the
I
hack
saw-
thing
no,
happened.
no,
And
I
before
saw-
that, I was like, I don't know what
before
the
the
fuck
whole
this is.
fucking whatever hack thing happened, I saw there was commercials for it on. There were stupid little commercials like, you want us to kill the leader of North Korea, blah blah blah. Stupid fucking commercials. Make it look like a stupid fucking movie. My first two thoughts were, Jesus Christ, they're gonna try and rehash these two again. Like, Pineapple Express was enough. Stop. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm getting
First
over it.
thought.
Yeah.
First thought was that. Second thought was,
What?
yo, you know what? Honestly, if I was the fucking
Yeah.
leader of North Korea, I'd be pissed the fuck off. They use my name in that shit. They use my country in that shit. Like, dude,
Fuck that
no,
fucking
fuck
asshole.
no, dude. Like, they've made
Kim
lots of
Jong-un.
movies. Who cares though? But that's what I'm saying now. In this fucking social climate
They're
and
outside
shit like
by
that.
the pizza place.
In this,
Can
They're
somebody
literally
let
right
in
below
go downstairs and let Tom
in this
Scott
social
in?
climate, with the way
Thank
that
you,
things are
John.
going amongst nations and amongst fucking peace talks, and the idea that anybody will ever collaborate and shit like that, it's just in bad taste. You know what
But
I mean?
you've
It's-
never even seen the movie. It's
no,
a
I
comedy.
know. No, but
It
that's
could
not,
be its all a big
there's
joke.
they kill the dude in the fucking movie, and it's
Do
Kim
they?
Jong
Are we
Un.
sure?
Yes, that's why it got all that trouble.
It's about two guys who were sent to assassinate.
No, there's
somebody.
a
I don't know
death
if they killed
scene.
him.
There's a death
Yeah,
scene.
there is a death
There is a
scene.
death scene.
Yeah,
They
well,
kill him
fuck.
in the movie.
Since
Me
when do
personally-
we care?
me,
But
I
that's
don't give
no,
a
but
shit.
that's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
whatever.
I don't give a fuck either way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. But just seriously, like, neutral party, like, not an American, not a North Korean. If you look at the relationship betwixt everybody and the way that things are going and how, like, I mean, the guy, like, paid Dennis Rodman to come to his country to try and pump up his image and make himself look better. He hasn't fucking
Yeah.
bombed us. He hasn't
He
done
also
anything.
murdered half of his own family.
I don't
He
know
sent
that.
out legislation
I don't know
said
that.
that,
I
that
don't
anyone
know
who has
that.
the same name as him has to change their name.
I don't know
you
that.
You do know that.
No,
it's
I
a
don't.
fact. I just told you.
Okay.
I don't trust
I know,
anybody who
you
starts
told
their-
me.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, whatever. But I
He's a
don't.
prick.
I should
Fuck
have
him.
I didn't hear, but I don't care.
I don't
What?
trust anybody.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
It doesn't
about the
matter. You know
movie,
what? They,
But
the
what
fucking
they're-
police beat up their citizens and fucking murdered black people in this country.
I don't-
Like, I mean, nobody's
people make
fucking.
fun of us?
Yeah, but you know what? If fucking North Korea made a fucking spoof, a propaganda
do.
flip about
They're all
us.
true.
They always do.
Yeah, and so what
Which
do we
is
do?
so
We fucking
scary.
fire back at them and call them fucking demons and hate on them. It's just a fucking
Hey,
endless,
you know what?
perpetual cycle
You know
of
what?
bullshit.
Yeah,
Team America,
Call
world
demons
police
too.
did the same fucking
Yeah, but they
thing.
made fun of the Americans too.
How do you know they're not in this movie?
I
You didn't
don't-
see
I
it.
think that the problem here is that everybody is doing exactly what is supposed to happen, which is we're fighting.
Yeah,
against...
I think it's
Wait,
stupid. I think
no,
it's a
no,
non-issue.
We're fighting against the part of it that doesn't matter.
Exactly.
The part
Yeah.
that does matter
Thank
is that
you.
North Korea had nothing to do with it, and that this is going to be used to pass legislation
Right.
that will fuck up our internet freedom.
Tom
That
Benton.
is what is actually happening, and that's the part we should be arguing
Exactly.
about.
I agree.
Exactly.
I
Because
agree with you
that's
on
the
that.
only thing
Yeah.
about this that's important, and that's gonna fuck anyone over at any point. North Korea is not gonna get killed by Seth Rogen.
Hey, well, you know what?
And Sony's not gonna fucking
Right,
release
exactly.
anything
It's
because they're
fiction.
like a $1
Who
billion
gives a
Exactly.
shit?
That's what I'm saying.
And it's
It's-
a joke.
us
I
who
hope
are
you all
losing.
die. That's a joke. Isn't it funny, Stones? Hi, Tom Dente. Welcome,
Hey,
dude.
what's up, buddy?
Hey.
No, it's
What's
a
up, man?
50-50 shit fest, and everybody on either side is fucking stupid about the whole goddamn thing. Like, I can understand everybody's
The
right to
fact
be
that
pissed, you
anybody's
know?
feeding into the fact that North Korea has the ability to fucking hack into Sony's private fucking shit is retarded. Even the fucking vice president of the guy who owns the company that tracks internet fucking attacks
Yeah.
said, based on all of our data, there is no evidence at all that North Korea could have done this. And someone that works at Sony even fucking came out in an article and said this was absolutely an inside job.
Inside
And
was
that's-
done in Sony.
It was done to fucking. It was done to pump up the fucking movie.
Exactly.
Scott, what's
Go
up,
ahead,
dude?
Lean over and get it, man.
How's
The
it going,
cool's
man?
right there.
Didn't they
Hey,
zap
man.
the Korean internet then?
Yeah. It's
Can you grab me
fine.
some blue moons out of there?
It's
Yeah,
just so
what's
they
up,
can
man?
pass
Cool.
legislation to fuck up our internet shit again.
I think
That's
it was
Yeah,
moreover
exactly.
to
Is it
hype
really?
up the
No,
fucking
bullshit.
flick.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Because in the same fucking 2 weeks, there's been a report about threats of being hacked by Iran and threats from Russia. Isn't that a coincidence? Russia, North Korea, and
Right.
Iran are all suddenly a fucking big threat to our computers.
Yep.
So now let's pass some legislation to make sure that our
Well,
fucking
whatever.
internet's fucked forever.
Can we welcome Tom and Scott to
crazy
the
shit.
bar? They just got here. Tom and Scott from POW WOW.
No!
What's up, man? Good to have you guys.
Good to see you again as always. Will you
show.
please
Good
keep
show
your
last
keep
time.
your EMP on standby tonight, and let's not try to blow all the power in the town.
Oh, yeah,
let's
that's
keep the
right.
fucking
Last time
lights
we were
on
here,
this
yeah.
evening.
Every single
Last two
time.
times.
Scott,
really?
The first time all the power went out. The second time our computer tower crashed.
Yeah, Scott, every single time Tom's been
We
on
think
the
we're
show,
ready to
we've
handle
had
you
some
this time.
technological, like inexplicable technological
It's his
meltdown.
energy. I don't
Like,
know what kind of fucking eggplants or.
The
Yeah.
first time,
You guys are eating some crazy vegetables out there. You come in here and all of our shit just shuts the fuck down.
you are growing GMOs. Oh, you son of a bitch.
They chipped him.
And now,
Scott,
listen,
that's
if you
you,
guys
buddy.
are fucking designing X-Men out there, I want in.
You're
I want
welcome.
powers.
Let's see here. So, good to see you guys,
Yeah,
man.
good
I'm
to see
glad
you.
you're
Good
here.
show
I was
last
starting to
time, by
worry
the way,
you.
Oh,
man.
thank you.
What, the
The
live
live
show?
show? Yeah, that was fun. That was
I'm
a
glad
lot
you
of
guys
fun,
had
man.
fun, man.
Yeah, really awesome.
That was a crazy show. That should be
Blue
out. In
Skilla.
fact, I just cut a bit of it today that had you in it with one of your bump ins. So
Nice.
you are going to appear on that show,
Cool, I'll be famous.
as will everybody else. You are going to be famous. Actually, tonight we're airing two.
Another eggnog?
I suppose.
We're
Well,
airing
I mean,
two live songs you guys did at the Sherman
I can
Sherman
multitask.
Theater.
Oh, yeah?
tonight.
Cool,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that was a good gig for us. We're going to hope to do more this summer, I think.
That's not good to do around wires.
Yeah,
What
it's
now?
just the
Who?
dirty carpet. Don't
Who
worry.
shot who? in the
Maybe
what
that's
now?
what happened to the Koreans.
Where's the other eggnog?
Right?
Yeah, drinking beer out here.
Right?
Some more.
We'll go get some more.
Tom, this is for you, buddy. I'm just gonna let you go ahead
I'll work on that,
and
man.
slurp the head off the top
Cheers,
of that.
guys.
This one is yours too. So these two are Tom Dente's right here.
Nobody touch him.
Nobody
I found
touch
it
him.
interesting that the Koreans feed their internet through China.
They have to.
That was weird.
Yeah, they
me.
have
Like,
to,
wow.
right, yeah.
So I imagine American companies are doing business with the Korean internet service through Chinese corporations.
Blue
That's
thoughts?
what
One of our
I
biggest,
said.
one of our biggest exports is software.
Wait, what's going on?
Not the.
Koreans.
We're talking about
No, I'm
Koreans.
saying one of the United States' biggest
Biggest
exports.
exporters, right.
Is,
I
is
figured you'd
software.
wanna weigh in
We're
on
one of the
it.
biggest exports of software.
Exports
support.
software.
Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
software
Yeah.
support. So yeah, I mean that's we obviously have our hands in it.
Giving you a chance
Yeah, of
to
course we
defend
do.
your
We
race.
have our hands on everything.
I mean, I don't know. I've never followed the money, but I'm sure the corporations that international corporations
Sure.
in China, I'm sure they're.
Well, it's like when people call the attack on Sony like an attack on America.
That's stupid.
I'm
That
like,
is the most
I'm like, that's
insane
insane. Like,
furious. I'm
Sony is
furious.
fucking
about
logic.
Sony
It's
is like a
so
global
stupid.
That's like saying
conglomerate.
if
Like,
you hack the company that makes Tickle Me Elmo, suddenly everybody's fucking threatened. Like,
Yeah.
it's Sony. What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How did this even matter? They
probably
make
a shitty
fucking
movie
movies
anyhow.
for
What was
fuck's
the movie
sake.
they hacked?
who said it? Who said it? Who said that they did it just to beef the movie up?
I did.
That's what I thought.
I
Yeah.
did. I think
But it's
not
genius.
playing it.
It's a scam.
Yeah,
They are
I mean,
playing
it's
it now.
Bullshit. That's not why.
As of today.
Now, no, but look at it. Now they got
Well, no,
fucking,
I agree.
like,
That's
oh,
not why.
now
Yeah, yeah.
anonymous. We're gonna release the interview on the internet. You know, like everybody's fucking relevant. Like, dude, like I told you, dude. I went on my the next day. I swear to God, like I saw the story and I said nothing, and I just sat there and I just waited for my Facebook to light up, and everybody who said something about it, I just started making mental notes, like
Just start deleting
idiot,
them.
idiot, 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 ah, idiot. Ah, idiot.
Yeah, but then, yeah, you know what I mean, though. But
It's
that's a good
fucking
point, though.
stupid.
Like,
No, but I mean,
the
they were
shit
perfectly
makes-
rational people who I know to be perfectly rational
Right.
people who you can have a decent conversation with, who are sitting there like, oh, so now North Korea's gonna tell me what kind of movies I can watch. Like, it's fucking insane.
Right. So
It's,
now-
it's meant to fucking make stupid every American
Right.
fight amongst themselves against
Exactly.
how important the movie
About some
industry
bullshit
is.
that doesn't
so that
matter
way
at all.
everyone could turn a fucking blind eye stones to the fact that the president is now trying to push this fucking internet
5
legislation
points.
bullshit again.
Did you even know
Yeah,
this was happening?
totally.
Scott?
Nope.
I didn't know it was a big deal.
I'm having a whiskey now on carrot.
The point is that everyone needs to stop finding out
Everybody's
something
fucking
and
good.
pay
I don't
attention
give
to
a
what they're
shit.
going
Oh,
to
yeah.
sneakily try
Yes,
to pass
that's
out
the
of
whole
the
thing.
government.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit, man.
That's the
I
whole
give a
point.
shit once
No,
this
no,
vote
trust me, no,
passed.
no. The thing is, I have a lot of Korean friends, and they all agree with me. Like, who gives a shit? It's a fucking scam for this movie. That's
I know,
all
but like
it
I
is.
swear, it's not
But
like
it's
it's
not
like
just
Martin
a scam
Luther
with the
nailing
movie.
the attendance
Listen,
to the fucking
listen,
church wall.
when
It's
President-
a fucking Seth Rogen movie.
Right.
Who fucking
So,
cares? Like,
When a guy like the president steps in and makes a statement about it, why does that
ridiculous.
happen?
It's
While
a
this
fucking-
hype is going
because the
on,
whole thing is a farce.
No,
and
it's a
just
farce.
Because he
ridiculous.
wants
Why?
that shit to
Because
pass.
because
Exactly.
as
He's
this bullshit is
pushing
going
Because
on,
they don't want you to pay
pushing-
attention to something else that they're
Exactly.
doing.
They're
you
pushing
see-
legislation to fucking internet legislation so they have more control over it. So while you're paying attention to this shit and they're scaring you with North Korea, it's
And
the same.
Iran and
It's the same with
Russia.
every time they put out a sex tape or some naked celebrity. They're passing some other shit you're not paying attention. Oh, here's Jennifer Lawrence's tits. By the way, we're gonna pass this bullshit while you're looking at that and arguing about whether or not it's a sex crime. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't
Let me
think it
bump
is.
you in.
I don't think it is a sex crime.
It's
No.
not.
I think it's sexual negligence.
Yeah.
I think those idiots should know better when you're gonna fucking upload something to the cloud and
I
then
think
you're
it's nice
surprised
though.
that some
Yeah.
fucking computer hacker was able to get his hands on it. Like, oh my god, how could this have happened?
Right, and see, I agree with you.
Have you
dude.
ever heard of
It's-
film retard? Yeah, you know that shit you can burn or hide under your mattress? You know, like
It's a really weird sort of like set of circumstances that leads to that. Like you take any good-looking star, whether it's music or Hollywood or whatever, right? And they entice you with sex constantly. Whoever is good-looking is in Maxim or Playboy or their
I haven't
poster
heard anybody
pictures,
say
right?
Maxim
So-
in years.
but you understand what I mean, right?
I
Like, you know
sort
what I
of.
mean?
I think so.
Shut up, all right, assholes?
I don't know if my memory goes back that far.
So, but
Maxim has
they
some
do.
good
They
points.
entice
Good
you
articles.
with that shit,
It's almost
right?
all articles.
So
There's
now,
not even women in it anymore. It's just
now-
one on the cover, and that's fucking
What's
it. The rest is just words,
Yeah,
words,
that's
words.
they place
you
them
wanna
up on a
sip? Oh, go ahead.
pedestal where they
You had
say,
your shots,
"Hey,
right?
we want the whole
I said you had your
country.
shots, right?
We want the whole country."
Penicillin this morning.
Oh, God, I'm allergic.
You coming back in or what?
Sorry.
Hey, let him speak. Let the
So-
man speak.
You hook them. You hook them with the sex of the whole fucking thing. You make the whole country want to fuck this person, and then they upload their bullshit to a cloud. And I said recently, the internet doesn't belong to you.
Thank
okay?
you, yeah.
Your email
And you know
is
what?
not your
Oh,
email.
can I-
It's somebody else's. The government and the hackers and the people who fucking built that shit own that shit. You don't own shit. Hold on, let me finish. Somebody made a tweet that got really commended when all that happened, when they said, yeah, well, when you do online banking, you get hacked. Nobody says you shouldn't use a bank. And I said, yeah, actually, I always say you shouldn't use a bank because banks are fucking you over and they're not secure. So that's not fucking good either. I use it because, well, what the fuck else are you going to do? Go ahead.
Maybe
I
they
noticed
uploaded naked pictures because what the fuck else were they gonna do?
I noticed a very ironic thing about that, which is really fucking hilarious. Was the week? Did anybody else see what happened the week after that? The fappening, right?
Yes.
Fappening.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened a week after that? Fucking the Cloud launched iHome
Instead of iCloud.
Yeah, instead of iCloud. Do you know what that is? It's a fucking terabyte fucking data tower.
Yeah, that's all it is.
But all of a sudden now we have innovated it for those of you who are scared about losing your stuff on the iCloud, we have the iHome. And you can store it safe in the security of your home, which you could also do for the last 10 fucking years. You know, like, it's ridiculous. More than 10. Yeah, I mean, fucking going back to floppy disk, for Christ's sakes, you know?
If you look at the series of events in the last year, though, all this shit is all internet based and all having to do with security.
Fear-based propaganda.
It's
That's
propaganda.
All it is.
So
fear-based propaganda.
It's like what Sarah said. While all this Korean bullshit is going on, the government is pushing as fast as they can all this security legislation, so they have more fucking control over
fear-based
shit.
propaganda.
And that film is a perfect reason. That's what
you bump Sarah in.
What?
Why do you think that is, though? Why do you think that, like, they're trying to control that internet?
They control
too
the
much
internet.
information, especially with the whole cops thing going on.
Well, it's exactly because of the whole cops thing. Because now you're seeing a lot of protests, like mass protests, like thousands of people, and it's not on the news. And it's happening now because the internet is the new fucking pathway to the truth. So
the revolution will not be televised.
Exactly, it'll be televised on the internet. It will be on the internet.
On the internet.
And that's the whole. It's a backlash that they didn't expect.
No,
they didn't know when they turned Big Brother on. It was going to be pointed at them too.
They knew it. The whole, everything is terroristic threats. Everything's terroristic threats.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
We're still living in post 9/11 nonsense.
Oh, and that's what it is. So they passed all that legislation, and now we're reeling all the benefits.
Did you think we weren't at some point?
Now we're reeling all the benefits from that. Now they're going to post more legislation to continue their fucking path. Their people drive.
Did anybody see? Yeah, bump me in here. Did anybody see? Someone mentioned that Obama had a bill put forth to nationalize police forces.
Right.
I didn't hear about that.
I haven't heard about
it. Because the federal government does a great job of managing things.
Oh yeah.
That's like.
By the way, nothing they manage is a mistake.
Level 101, like what? You can't nationalize.
Nothing they manage is a mistake. It might look like a mistake, but it's always on purpose. Always on purpose, dude. Because fucking mass chaos could break out. The most violent global riot could break out, and the elite all have a place to go.
The second you nationalize something, you have sections. All right, so you have communities that have the intentions of the laws, and those communities uphold those intentions of the laws. When you nationalize it, you have a bunch of people scheming against those intentions.
Sure.
So that's really your difference between nationalism and keeping it more local. I mean, that's why national management always fails every time.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Sure.
That's it. People just saying, "Oh, fuck this." It is what it is. It has to be more local.
Bill Maher said it years ago, dude. We're living in two different countries in this country. You have people who have one set of ideals who are progressives and they want things to happen, and you have another set of people who are, sorry to say it, but religious nutcases.
Yeah.
And they're trapped in this sort of stone age, and they like it there. They're terrified. They're terrified.
And
they like it there.
That's the key thing, though. Their stone age doesn't exist. That's the thing. When you remove that from the equation, they're transplants of another era. Sitting in a new world, terrified, holding on to the last ring of power that they have left.
Right.
The only thing, and unfortunately, they are the shot callers.
Did you see those?
You know what I mean? That's why kindness and love and like tolerance. That's why those things are important, because those fucking retards are having kids, and if we don't get to them first, there's just going to be a whole nother generation of them, and it's going to keep fucking going. Influenza, exactly. If we don't get to them first and show them what the real fucking world is, and be kind and be understanding and be compassionate and stop labeling everybody and putting everybody in a box, it's it's just gonna keep repeating itself, and there's always gonna be 15 people at the top of the fucking tower with that same fucking power running everything. You know what I
There's
mean?
a big movement with.
We gotta get their kids.
There's a big movement with agnostic and atheist churches because of the fact that
We don't have churches.
No.
asshole.
Community
Are you sure about that?
community gatherings, and the
You just
reason
don't
for
call
that
them
is
That's what
because
this is.
well, the
We
reason
just
for
sit
that-
around and not worship God.
Yeah, we
mostly.
sit around and do nothing.
This
Really.
is very
Yeah,
simple.
what's the difference? That's the same thing as a Catholic church.
No, they
right?
discuss.
Well, they
discuss-
fuck kids at least.
They discuss
Yeah, I guess
how good ways to live life,
just
but it's like
teasing.
a sense of community. It's like a whole. It's like a big movement to have a sense of community. The same sense of community that people get out of Christianity and stuff like that.
Yeah, right.
But just on an atheist
Just
and
without
agnostic level.
imaginary
So
friends.
For
yeah,
fellowship.
exactly. And I don't know. I think
like
that's
how
really,
he
I think
laughs
that's really cool.
immediately.
I think that's
It's funny.
That's awesome that's happening.
Yeah.
You do it for fellowship.
Clinky.
Yes, fellowship. Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting companionship, and feeling included in a group.
Get
of
in here,
people.
Scott. Give me this
Yeah,
clink.
absolutely.
Scott,
Oh,
the non-drinker.
come on, buddy. What are you doing?
We were actually.
I got
Scott,
sandwiched.
Scott, I gotta be honest,
Couldn't
dude.
be helped.
I gotta be honest. We were
Where's your
picking on you.
napkin?
We were
yeah?
picking on you a little bit because you are such an unbelievably nice guy.
He is.
We were actually
We
like.
weren't picking on him. We were just saying how
we were
nice
praising
you
it.
are.
No,
I
right
gotta
way.
take you out to dinner first, brother. We're talking about me, other people, man.
What's he want over there?
Go ahead. What's up,
There's some love setting out to,
Joey 6704.
Joey? And there's other love going on.
No,
Let's see.
just above that, Emblem.
What's up, fuckers? Okay, we got some new people in the chat. That's awesome, man. Welcome.
Scott,
Fucking
Tom,
hit that,
yeah, all
hit
right.
that fucking
Yes,
subscribe
that's-
button, please.
Emblem.
Yeah, Joey got it right. The
that
bill.
person is.
that-
Well, go ahead. So
Well, they know
what's
who you are.
The bill, the last.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Well, I mean, you remember the giant fucking public push the last time they tried to pass an internet bill.
Right.
What was the name of it? I think John.
Which one?
The last internet bill that
The
had
big
the
one, yeah.
huge
Oh yeah.
push against it.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
this bill is the revision
baby.
that is 10
Yeah.
times worse and
Right.
more restrictive,
Right.
and nobody fucking wanted it, but it wasn't getting any attention.
Right.
So now, because people
So
aren't as aware of the
Yes.
name and have no real idea of what it is, and everyone's so concerned about Sony, Obama's trying to fucking push this shit.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
worse than the last one.
Yeah. Dude, just keep your hands off our shit for once
you
in a while.
imagine what
Seriously.
it
Like,
would be
once in
like-
a blue moon, not everything needs to be legislated,
But
put
then
in
they'll
the law,
make
and
like,
sold.
then they'll make like Internet 2, and Internet 2 will be the shit.
I keep saying
Right,
this.
some
Underground,
Right,
fucking,
right,
they
right,
make like
right,
old
right.
internet, like how
Look,
the
he's
old
Right.
internet
Right.
He's working on it, aren't you?
Internet
He's working on it.
Underground internet, dude.
Like
That's
how
all-
it used to be.
It's
where,
called
like,
Xbox Online.
like when fucking 40 people had the internet and you were one of them, and
Right,
it was like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, set up a
When you were
I do
super
like Xbox.
excited to
I'm not
get
knocking
an
them.
And you know what
to
they'll
get
do?
an invite from
You know what they'll do,
Gmail.
John Lackey?
Yeah.
You know what they'll do? They'll try to reduce it. They'll try to make it sound weaker, and they'll call it the intranet.
God damn it.
They'll be like, oh, it's not like the internet. You don't have access
It's
to
the
everything.
outernet. It
has
Fox News will
panties.
mock it.
It'll be like MTV2. When MTV2 came out, like, all they do is play videos. This is the shit. And
Yeah.
they're
This is
like,
like
nah,
what
nah,
MTV
Fuck that, dude. I'll be
Fucking
pirate
out.
signal till the day I die. The, fucking, the hardcores will keep the fucking flag
We're
flying.
going back to ham radio.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there
Yo,
you
man,
go.
I'll go back to BBC, dude. I don't give a flying fuck. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
because
fucking...
there's a bunch of kid fuckers there.
No. I mean, not like
Take it down,
BBC. I mean, like, like bulletin board communities, like
BBS.
oh, PBS. I'm sorry, yeah, BBS. Like, I'll go back to the old school. We'll fucking keep
Fucking
the internet.
dial-up?
The real, yeah, dial-up. Fuck it, yo. Let's take it back to the old school. Let's
Dial-up?
reclaim that motherfucker. All data, all the time.
They can't even tap into you. Run the
Goddamn right. Yeah, right. Huh? Exactly.
Start going like
We could pimp that shit nowadays. You imagine what we could have done with BBS back in the day if we had the tools we have now?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, man. We could still take it back. We can still take it back.
kinda
No
like
nonsense,
the president.
you know. What?
It's kind of like
Okay, so I got something. Listen, I got a message from the Sherman Tanks.
Yep.
And that I want to read. It has to do with their holiday shit-tacular that they're putting out. The holiday shit-tacular is a celebration of the holidays, both mundane, large, and made the fuck up by Renee and Chance. It will be a 29-minute long escapade into the insanity that is excessive alcohol consumption, disturbing the peace and accompanying charges, drug addiction, good comic book arcs, gratifying video game victories, screaming, blasphemy, severe injury on construction sites, death, and random segments of praise days old and new.
That's a lot for 29 minutes.
And every day,
29 exactly.
every day
Exactly.
of struggle.
It's too much.
Sounds like one highlight per minute.
I just want to say that if you want to find Sherman Tanks, dude, go on fucking iTunes, go on Podomatic.
If you want to watch Sherman Tanks jumps the shark.
So they got a special coming out, but it's not coming out till like February, I think.
Nah,
so.
they're gonna be
February.
awesome.
But they got a bunch
Everything
of
they
fucking
do is
podcasts.
awesome. They're
Hell
fucking
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, everything they do is amazing. That's why they're always included in Awesome Talk stuff.
Hell yeah.
So you're gonna see Renee here on January 6th with Foster the Genius. That's gonna be fucking.
That guy is a good comedian.
He's funny. He
Foster?
is
Yeah.
funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
Foster is the shit, man.
He's
We
a
were
cool
saying
dude.
earlier that when he showed up at the live show at the Saint, he like walked in at the perfect moment and got up on stage and just fucking killed it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He like reclaimed the room at that moment.
He
It was,
posted
yeah.
some shit that said he was like, "Why'd that girl stay with that guy, that dude that punched the chick out in the elevator?" And I posted it on my, on my fucking feed on Facebook, dude. Oh my god, it was like, and all these people like, because all my buddies like, who is this fucking guy? Who's the black guy just talking about beating women, man? I'm like, well, she did stay with the dude. I don't know. Like, she was punching him first, and oh god,
She did. She spit on him and shit too.
She was
I
beating
heard.
him up.
Like, yeah, she was beating him up. Like, I mean, it's still though. I mean,
I'm
you're
not saying it's right or wrong.
You're
I get it,
he's
know
a
what I mean?
professional athlete. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, like
dude,
that's
right.
I'm
dragging
sorry.
it out of an
When you
elevator.
like,
Put something
you
out
train.
there.
No, you
Right.
train
Just
to
put something
fucking
out
be
there,
tough and fucking
Yeah.
put punishments on people like
dude.
twice
It
your
gets back
size
to
all
the
year
whole
round.
don't step
You
in
gotta
elevators
hold
with
it
white
in.
women.
I'm sorry. You have to hold it in when you're in public and you're
Hold
out
on,
in the public
hold on.
eye.
What'd she say?
What'd she just say? Say it again.
I don't know.
I said, is this one of those examples of the white women not going into elevators because of black
No, this is a black woman.
Oh, you didn't see it?
mistake.
Look,
No,
listen,
he's talking about the Ray Rice thing.
Some
With
famous-
him
I don't
and
wanna
his
buy-
wife.
watch
Oh, I'm
football,
sorry.
man.
I was thinking about the last dude that punched the. Oh no, that
The
was
bus
the chick
driver,
punching
right?
the. I was wait.
That was
wasn't
the
it like
bus driver that said,
Beyonce's
if
sister?
you're gonna
like,
hit
hit
like
Oh,
a
like-
man,
like
you're
fucking
gonna
up
get hit.
There was something in an elevator. That's all I fucking know.
Stone,
Famous
Stone,
people
wouldn't
in
you agree
elevators.
that with the rise of women's MMA, kind of things have sort of
Dude,
started
did you
to.
see the last
Wow.
fight with them two broads? Oh my god.
Holy By the way, either of them could kick the shit out of you in a heartbeat.
I kind of want to fight him, man. I was wondering. I was like, man, I want to fight one of them girls. See if I can-
In an elevator.
Hey, look,
In an
look,
elevator match.
We were so close to being progressive. we were right there.
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
did you see a fight with them two broads? Oh yeah! And we all went down with you. Like everybody jumped right on board.
I told you, man. We come
It was
out-
hilarious.
I just feel like
Across the river, bring
I
it
just
out of the
feel
mountain,
like
bro. Yeah.
I feel like the playing field is being
You
leveled.
give a good cut
You know?
punt and the bitch just goes.
You know, like you sort of they say I don't want to bite Bill Burr. Bill Burr does a whole bit about whether or not it's okay to hit a woman, and he still maintains at the end that it's never okay no matter what. But like somebody posted a video to YouTube where a woman killed a kitten in her bare hands by squeezing it to death. And I made
I
a
punched
post
that
where
bitch.
I said, if I walked into a room and saw this happening and swung and knocked her head through the wall, would anybody mind? Like, is it kind of okay in that instance? Where you see her
If the
killing
kitty,
a
if the kitty
defenseless
lives,
animal?
if the kitty lives,
Then
you're
he's a-
forgiven.
then he's a-
If the kitty lives, you're forgiven.
I would figure
If you
he's a bad
save
man.
the cat, then okay, you're a hero.
right.
If the
Okay.
cat dies anyway, then you got
Yeah,
issues.
because like when the cat hit the wall
Then
or
you
something.
just saw a chick holding a dead cat and you decided to assault
What do
her.
you use it for food? It's all right.
Use a cat, yes.
This isn't Thailand.
Just
We're not
because
eating
Wu
kitties.
is
Precious
Asian.
Chinese-
You
Yeah.
eat more cats than you
Hold
think
on.
you eat.
All these races.
He's standing by the Asian, it rubs off on him. These guys got a deal going.
He got all excited, you know.
Thought it was a carp.
On the way down here, someone texted us and they said they're up there talking about blowjobs with carp.
As we are.
Oh, no.
In Romania,
Nobody wants to know what that's
in
about.
Romania, there's a video of a guy and another guy is holding a carp in a river, and the guy's fucking the carp in the mouth. Which
They're like,
means,
"Woo!"
which means you got a guy filming
Where would
it,
you
a guy
find the
doing
clip?
it, and a guy helping with
Are
it.
there
a
any
fish
other
hating it.
places?
And a fish is like, what
Put me down, Mom! Mom!
Stranger danger.
I need an adult!
That fish is gonna come back and hook her in his next life.
Wouldn't that be the bitch of it?
Yeah.
Well, that poor fish is gonna have to have his stomach pumped at the fish hospital.
So, Tom, I wanted to tell you, dude, tonight at 11 o'clock, we were supposed to have Aaron Nelson on from the Pontiac Tribune and shit like that. Instead, he couldn't make it tonight. Joseph Lemieux is coming on. He's the dude that posted the video about the Eric Frayne shit that was going on in your town.
That was in
And
our town.
You
dude,
wanted
right,
to, you wanted to see him the last time he was on, but you couldn't make it. So now he's gonna Skype in anyway. He'll be on
Cool.
tonight, so you can
Nice.
talk.
That
to
was
him.
amazing, dude.
It was a great
Because
video.
you know
dude.
what was interesting about that? Like me being how I am with alternative ideas, it's caused friction in my family, and it's a very small community where
Hey,
we live.
at one time, Romanian stock carp fucking was an alternative idea.
Now there's one show
You got
in
YouTube
Romania.
to get over that.
But I already texted myself to Google where to buy Romanian carp. So we're gonna start raising them suckers.
You know them American carp ain't gonna put out like
Yeah,
that.
don't
Like
do that.
He's gonna
you
open
know.
up a carp
Are you
whorehouse.
kidding me? An American carp probably has its takes out all like, yeah.
No. You want the Romanian carp. You walk up to them and drop the American
heart
accent.
said-
They're all just like, I will suck you.
I was a doctor in my home country.
So
You like marriage.
finish what you're saying.
You can get green card.
We went from a regular town to a fucking 1,000 cops at armored
Yeah, you
vehicles.
said it was bad. I saw the videos. It was very
Alright,
scary.
They were trying to. I mean, it wasn't bad.
But they were bad to the citizens who live there,
Well,
right?
well, there's certain.
In your
citizen-
opinion.
Well, it depended on the citizen. Like in my case, I had a girl text me. She said they won't let me leave my development. I said tell them that there's not a state of emergency. They're leaving. Thank you for your time.
I don't know
And
if I
she
said it-
texted me back and she said, "Holy shit, they let me go through."
I don't know
Wow.
if I said it publicly,
And-
but the whole thing with the Eric Frayne case was that if that was a regular person that got fucking murdered,
Yeah.
would they go? They wouldn't
No.
go even
Never.
close.
Never.
No,
The
not
amount
at
of
all.
Why
money
is it
Not
that
at
gets
all.
lifted above everybody else?
Astounding.
They spent some of
that
their-
is a fact.
1.4 million a week? Are they
That's-
fucking
yeah, that's
insane?
ridiculous.
No murderer is worth that much.
But you want to know what? A very wise friend of mine, an older Italian guy, said to me. Again, he said, "You know, he goes,
That's
I'm
your
Italian. I can say that.
I'm Italian. I can say
Italian.
that.
That's our word.
That's our word. We can only call
Yes,
ourselves
we're
that.
taking it
Scott's
back.
a guinea too.
All
Guinea
right.
power, Scott. Yeah. So, and so
What's
is our
up,
friend,
my
he's a
guinea?
guinea. He said, in if things were right, police is a testament for our civilized society. So shoot cops is definitely an attack on civilized society. However, we all know what's going on with the cops, so there's some gray area there where maybe things should be looked at their behavior.
Yeah.
This guy, we just think he just shot cops. We don't know. There was a lot of rumors.
Yeah.
His
Just like
brother
a-
lived next to the cop he shot. The little young
weird.
sisters were going up there real fine. Maybe she saw it. Who knows?
Yeah.
We heard a lot of rumors. Nobody knows. Not when they think the cops beat him up. There's a lot of rumors, no evidence. The dude's obviously locked up now. He sure shot him. He
I got
him.
an argument with someone who was saying, good, I can't wait till they fucking find this guy, they should just shoot him and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the people in that town are basically under martial
It
law.
was pretty
Small
amazing.
businesses
It was
are
real, dudes.
losing
Like, honestly,
fucking,
like, yeah.
all their
Oh, yeah.
profits.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
we were there with
and
the
then she
Sandy
goes,
situation
and her
where you couldn't
response
drive
was,
places.
oh yeah,
and,
but
you know, the
wouldn't you
fucking
feel safer
trucks
with a
and
bunch of
National
cops
Guard
out there
everywhere.
instead of a crazy murderer? I wrote, no,
No.
the fuck? I'd
No.
rather one
No.
crazy murderer
No,
than
'cause
like
you know why?
hundreds of crazy
When I heard
legal
that happened,
murderers.
I took
Crazy
my heavy
murderers, yeah.
irons when I was working in the garden. I had a nice
Good.
piece of iron in every garden. I was like, if this jerk off comes across, because where he left, it's like 20 miles of woods and then my road.
Right.
And I'm like, and everyone's like, keep your lights on. I said, Mom, shut all the fucking lights off. If this jerk off comes out of the woods in the middle of the night
Right,
and he's
right, right.
hungry,
I'm gonna
starving,
brain him.
he's gonna see the lights and go right to the first light. Shut all the lights off.
Yeah.
having lived through it, and I want to talk about this when
That's a smart move, though. I
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
we got content.
I used to live by a major
Yeah,
highway.
yeah,
and
just a
people
minute.
used to come to my house in the
When,
middle of the night, always because the light was on. And once I shut that sucker off, they went to the neighbors.
Yeah.
when Lemieux
Breaking
was
down
on.
people.
So now you just outed yourself as being the reason all your neighbors get robbed instead of you.
I'm mad at them anyway.
These neighbors ain't watching this shit.
So let me ask you something. If
Oh,
you
okay.
could explain it-
Hello, neighbors.
I want to talk about this more when Joseph Lemieux was on, but in a minute, if you could describe, was it justified to live under that kind of martial law?
No.
And what was it like for you, if you had to explain it? in a
Stressful
few words?
because I know cops. I have a nephew that's a cop. I have a best friend that's a cop.
That's interesting.
I don't like cops as a whole.
As a whole.
It's kind of like I won't walk through Harlem at 2 in the morning by myself. But I have
Because you don't
black
like
friends
black
too.
people?
No, but I have black friends. No, because
Oh,
I'm
I'm
a
just
realist. The
wondering.
reality of the world is real, dude. Shit fucking goes wrong. Those cops,
Yeah, you are
they're
right.
uptight. I met a few. I met some at the gas station. Like, it was like day 32, and the cop comes walking up. He's like, so, what's going on there? I said, what's up, man? I was like, how you guys making out? He's like, oh, we can't talk about it. So, well, you're filling gas or you didn't catch him. You know? And he's like, well, you know, and he started like, he was trying to shake us down. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, there's a big reward in this. And I said, what are you kidding me, man?
Right.
You know, they were trying to
Fucking
strong
harboring
arm
or
me.
something.
Right.
And I have a character. I can talk my way through that stuff. But some people, I know another girl were like, and no joke, on our farm. This is great because my farm partner, Sam Jones, on the Jones farm, they came there, about 60 of them. They thought they seen him.
Wow.
Well, we fucking grenade shit was going off in the night. I woke up at 2 in the morning. I heard going off in town when those pipe bombs were going off that we had.
Right.
If they weren't his, whatever, could be debated. But they came to our farm, about 60 of them, man. And they came in there, and he's got little kids, he's got big dogs, we got pigs, animals, and they tried to tell us we couldn't feed the pigs. And it was one of the, they're like, no, you can't come out. And my buddy Sam, you know, he's pretty stout hillbilly. He says, listen, who the fuck are you, man? He said, go get your supervisor, man, right? So
You
remember
on,
this,
you on my
Scott? We
fucking
took-
land. You on
Well,
my
this is how it
fucking
goes.
land.
They meant business, dude. They meant business. So it was like, you had to be cool. Another one of my buddies, I'll tell you about this in a minute. He got arrested because they're like, go in your house. And he says, I just came out to do push-ups. And they arrested him. They arrested him, held him
Jesus
for a
Christ.
day, let him go. No charges.
No charges.
It was like 2 in the morning, you know, he's drunk.
Oh, they just
So-
held him.
He's
He's
like,
like,
yeah. No,
they
fuck
removed
yeah,
you.
it was
Yeah,
like
they
2
removed
houses
you.
down from the farm,
Right.
and they were in that area because they thought they seen him. So they had about 400 guys in that area where I always am, my farm, because I don't have a license. I walk to and from. And they came there and they said, no, you can't go out to feed the pigs. So my buddy was smart enough to get a supervisor and brought him up. And then they gave him an escort to walk him down. But
Okay.
if he didn't know that,
They would have.
the pigs would have been hungry all fucking day.
Right.
And fuck you, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he
What
just
a
said, I don't know what to
fucking
tell you. So the
psycho
next
thing
day when
to
he went to
live
come
through.
back, he parked his backhoe on the driveway so they couldn't get on the farm.
Wow.
Just parked it in. His wife and him was fighting. He said, fuck it, man. He took the keys and threw them in the fucking. He said,
Wow.
they're not getting it.
Nice.
Fuck them.
Damn.
no.
So
All right,
they-
I want
yeah.
to pick this up. We have some content to show.
No kidding.
We're gonna get
that really
to.
happened, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Dude.
crazy.
Glad
I
to
parked the
fucking have you
backhoe
back
too.
to the
Hell
show,
yeah.
dude.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show some content right now. It's Matt's horror stories, followed by 2 songs by POW WOW, which is Skot and Tom's band.
Yeah, baby.
Pain of Wisdom, World of Waste, at the Sherman
It is
Theater,
a
which was
painful
fucking
thing.
awesome, man. I want to talk about the show later on tonight. And yeah, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Check this shit out.
He's sipping that fine knob.
11 o'clock, we'll
motherfucker.
have Joseph Lemieux on
And
from
men
the
should never
Pontiac
hit
Tribune.
women. Men
Huh?
should never hit women.
Unless they really
Unless they
fucking
really
deserve
are
it.
killing a kid and then they fuck that shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Or they look like an Amazon bitch. They just fucking hit him
We're
all day.
friends of Amazon women in this show. Mind your manners.
Unless she's taller than you, then you just hit her on fucking pretense.
Is it okay if they're wide?
Get tough, you will, sir.
Happy whatever the fuck it is you celebrate for the holidays from the Awesome Talk family.
Christmas.
It's a Christmas
It's a
miracle.
Christmas fucking miracle.
Christmas
It's
miracle.
a fucking Christmas miracle.
And with Christmas miracles come stories.
Horror stories?
Horror stories.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you about...
I just exploded.
You exploded? He exploded. I exploded a whole bunch, let me tell you. Alright? In 2008, I went to Amsterdam. The glorious land of Amsterdam.
The motherland,
The motherland.
if you will.
I went down there with a huge fat wad of cash, and I lived like a king for 1 week.
Seems
Are
like
you
the
a
way
coffee
to...
drinker?
What?
Are you a coffee drinker?
I guess. What does that have to do with anything?
Don't they have nice coffee houses there?
For ganja,
Ah.
there's no coffee in the coffee houses, alright?
No?
There is, but it's all about the ganja. And that's why we went out there. So, we were talking about, you know, hey, are we going to see the ladies of the night? You know, the ladies of the red light
Vampires.
district?
Night ladies.
Yeah. We get our necks sucked.
Neck
Um,
sucked.
Yeah.
That's extra.
So, you know, we were just like telling each other, yeah, we're probably not. We'll check it out. The first day, hour 2, we are in Amsterdam, the second hour. We make it over to the red light district, right?
That's the crazy shit.
That's the crazy shit. So we see some girls in the windows and stuff like that, and like, you know, a couple here, a couple there, nothing really big. And we turn down like this one alley, and it's like a really like narrow alley with windows on each side with girls, you know, like, hey, like trying to get you to go in. Yeah, like doing the snaps and everything.
Sassy bitches.
Shaking the boobies and.
What was the age group? Was it all over the map?
Of girls?
Yeah.
It depends on the time of day.
Ugh, that's weird.
That is weird.
So...
It's prime time, then it's hot younger girls.
Okay.
If it's during the day at weird off-peak hours, then it's usually the older
It's like
girls.
mom
and
kind of
the
stuff,
ones that
or-
aren't so hot. And like, we saw a couple of those in the beginning. And
Just
it was
daytime, day hookers. if
day
you will.
hookers, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that.
They're from the daytime.
So in this alley,
You would
then we
think that
see...
they would want them in the dark.
I guess so.
Word.
I think they just take what they can get because they pay rent on those little rooms.
Working
Okay.
a late shift again.
So, we turn down this one like alley, and then we see where it goes inside of the building. And let me tell you, there's a maze of whores in Amsterdam.
A horror maze.
This is a horror maze that is underground. It's underneath the building. When you go in, you're inside, and it's a maze. And we truly got lost for a few minutes.
That sounds-
Everywhere you look, it's the most beautiful girls I've ever seen.
Why are they all in the maze? Why aren't they all out, you know, in the open?
I don't know.
I guess the best comes to those who work for it.
We were thinking, we noticed that there was air conditioning in there, so that might have been something to do with it.
It's a factor.
Yeah, air conditioning. You want air conditioning, believe me.
I believe you.
You don't want to smell other people's old wet balls.
Yeah.
And ass fucking leakage.
There's all kinds of stuff that you could smell that I don't want to smell.
Potentially.
I don't want to smell
So,
it.
anyway, we're walking in, and then, you know, we're telling ourselves, okay, we'll just look, maybe we'll come back later, whatever. We turn this one corner, and there's these two girls that come out. They look at the both of us, we look at each other, and we're just, fuck that. We just go right in without saying a word.
Right in.
Right in.
All the way in.
Right in.
Balls deep in that.
So-
Balls deep for about 38
Nothing
seconds,
but
no
net.
doubt.
This is
Nothing but net.
the first
Slam
professional
dunk.
in my life ever. So
Home
I
run.
go in there,
This is
Touchdown.
your first what?
professional.
Got it.
Par for the course.
Yes. So I tell her that. I go straight in. I was like, you know, I've never had a prostitute before. You're my first. So let's celebrate. And
So
then-
she sort of took a weird sort of
Motherly.
virginity.
I guess you could say she took
Yeah.
my
I said
virginity.
motherly.
In there, I was like we got a first timer here, and then I was like, she probably thinks I'm a virgin, and you know, there's a language barrier. There's a language barrier.
I
because-
think it's sad that you considered the fact that she thought you were a virgin.
Well, I just said we got a
it seems
first
like
timer here.
It seems like a poor self-image thing.
Well, whatever. But
Yeah, I'm
anyway, but
saying,
then
like-
I corrected her. I was like, no, this is the first time I went to professional. She's
Okay.
like, oh,
You called her a professional.
I called her a professional.
How did she take that?
She smiled.
Good.
She smiled. What? Was that
That's
bad?
it.
No. I just
I
curious.
wasn't gonna be like, you know, you whore.
filthy bitch.
These are horror
Slap her.
stories, but
Yeah.
you don't call them.
You slap her one.
You want to be nice because you know you're gonna be intimate for just a little short
Well,
amount
look,
of
it's
time.
like when you go to a restaurant, right? Like, the waitress, she's gonna get a tip no matter what. But like, if she goes the extra mile, or he goes the extra mile, if it's a waiter,
Yeah, well, she got a tip.
or you know,
And
Wait,
the
so
street
you
names,
can fuck
dude.
her in the
The
ass
street
or
names are
in
like
the
this
vagina?
long. They're like, oh, this, Sheboygan.
Jesus Christ.
Street. Sheboygan.
South or north? Oh, does that go
No.
east town or west town?
I got a pussy on my lap all of a sudden. Such a fat pussy. This is the fattest pussy.
that's the
ever.
fattest pussy on earth.
Except for the one sitting next to
So
you.
anyway, so we're,
A
Is that
fucking
me?
beached whale sitting beside
Oh,
you.
this guy.
so we digress.
Jesus, buddy.
Furry
We
man
digressed a
teeth.
lot.
We digressed a lot. So anyway,
We
so
got into the trainings.
I'm-
We all got excited.
I'm in here with the first professional ever.
Oh, I shook the camera. That's gonna be a fucked up part. You
I
should
got another-
Say that
I'll just cut.
while Jane rapes your crotch with her head.
So
Look at her try. Look at this.
she wants to hear the horror story.
Okay, let's get to the rest of the horror story.
So, she told me the pricing and everything. I was like, I don't know how it works. And she's like, the going rate in the area, and pretty much everybody, it's €50 for a suck and a fuck.
That's like $2
And that's
million
how she said
American
it.
dollars these days.
At the time, the American dollar was at an all-time low, and the euro was at a high in comparison.
Right, so it cost you what, 117?
It was probably like $100.
Yeah.
I probably paid $100. It was like double.
Ah.
And the girl was beautiful. I don't care.
What did she look like? Who did she look like if you had to think of a celebrity to compare her to?
There's a porn star. It's Daisy something. I'll have to show you the picture later.
I'm sure Google will.
She was kind of Spanish. I couldn't tell, but she didn't have a Spanish accent. It was very strange.
What accent did she have?
It was like a Dutch.
Dutch, so it was furry derby.
It was kind of like we hear it as German, I guess, but to them it's not German. But
It's just normal to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
It's just normal to them.
So she said that, and I was like, okay, well, it's my first time. I want to do this right.
It was her first time.
No, my first time.
Okay.
I want.
I was about to say,
I want to do this right.
That'd be weird for Bucky. It
that'd
just
be like-
sounds like you guys went on a date.
That would be
was
like
shit.
That'd be like if you typed in, like if you went to AOL.com looking for a new email address and you got Matt Hill at AOL.com. Never gonna happen.
No.
Never gonna happen. Like that'd be the sort of dumb luck.
First
that
time.
only
porn.
time travel.
Really? You're my
could-
first one. Like,
Yeah.
No.
That would have been crazy, dude.
So I bought a whopping 45 minutes.
Damn.
Damn. And I told her right away, and I was like, I am gonna last like 2 goddamn seconds.
Dude, that's like almost $350.
But hang on. Pretty much.
And you can't fuck her again?
But no, you can.
Oh, okay.
And I
Right,
did.
right. Oh, okay,
and-
sure.
I did.
Yeah, sure.
Just let me get it out.
Mhm.
Apparently more than once.
I told.
I'm like paid for 3
I
times.
told her, I was like, I'm probably gonna last like 2 seconds.
You told her
It's
ahead
like-
of time.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, you're hot, and like, I haven't been late in forever.
Oh, wait, you didn't compare her
No
to a
matter.
celebrity. Who was it?
I said, no, porn
wait,
star.
shut up.
So what they do is they clean your penis first. It's just like, they all do this, it doesn't matter.
Rubbing alcohol?
They have like these wipes. It was very soothing
Penis
and nice.
wipes.
It was very soothing and nice.
I imagine.
It smelled nice. I
You
was
were
like,
hard already, indeed.
pretty at that stage.
Yes,
She
you're
was
ready.
just like, here, let me clean. Oh, he's
Oh,
ready.
yes.
He's ready.
Yes, sure.
Okay. So, but they do blow you with the condom, obviously.
They're
very
I
clean.
hope so.
Yes.
Because you don't know who the guy before you was.
So it's like this little apartment with a little bed and black lights and white sheets, which was weird. Black lights, white, with and semen.
So it's glowing.
But the sheets felt weird, so they might have even been like disposable type sheets.
Right, sure.
It was weird.
They come out
I
of
don't
a
know.
horror package.
It was very nice. It was very nice
Like
and clean.
a sort of Ziploc bag dispenser.
It's got to be a hell of a laundry business, though. You know,
Indeed.
you drop them off, pick them up.
And
Cleaning up pecker tracks is nothing for,
The
some
economy
pussy
does
to
well.
take care of.
The economy does well.
Sure. That's why they make money out there.
Okay. So she's doing that. She puts the condom on. She starts to blow me, if
Right,
you will.
and you lost
Penis
it.
in the mouth.
That's
No, I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't.
good for
I didn't-
you.
I didn't pop there. I thought I would too. I really did.
Really thought you...
Because I remember she was putting it on in my head, and I was like, a blowjob with the condom.
Was it a Trojan,
I was like, this is gonna be
Lifestyles,
weird.
lambskin?
It was a brand I
It
never
was a
heard of. It was a brand I never heard of.
Okay.
Because we're in another country.
Uh-huh.
Alright. So she starts
It was
doing
like
that, and I was just like,
Schwarzenegger.
I stopped her, and I was like, let's have sex. And
Yeah.
let me at least get it in.
Please, because this is going to end soon.
Yeah, it's gonna end really soon. So she lays down on her back, just missionary, and start to do my
Were
thing.
you able to have a choice? Like, could she do doggy style if you
Yes.
wanted? So
Yes,
it was up to you.
But where we were, and I was just like, yeah, do that, because I knew I was going in
You were
again.
feeling romantic.
I knew I was going in again. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's just get this one out.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Release the demons now.
Now.
Uh-huh.
Agreed.
So, sure enough, it was like a few pumps, and it was just like, oh my god.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Wake
It
up.
was out. So then we were sitting there for a minute. She cleaned me off. She took off the condom. She cleaned up the mess. So
Wow.
I felt like a king.
Did she drain you? Like drain the leftover on the inside so that it wouldn't leak later?
I kind of pumped a couple times. Re-clean.
Just to make sure this
and
is...
then she put a new condom.
There's no sort of leakage here. This is good.
I,
Alright, so wrap it up, yo.
it gets so good because then after that I was just like I really want to smoke and like I had weed and she's like oh you
Yeah,
can
it's
smoke in here.
Amsterdam.
It's Amsterdam. They call them the Amsterdam cone.
Yeah.
It's like a long cone. It's like this long.
Okay.
You do the paper filter, where it's not really a filter. It's more like I call it a handle.
Okay,
So you could smoke it all the way down. And then we went back to sex. And I started off from the...
Like, was she cool? Do you feel like
she
she
was
didn't
really
hate
cool.
you?
No, she did not hate me.
Okay.
She did not hate me. She was into, like, my tattoos, and she seemed genuine, per se, obviously.
Do you care whether or not that's an act?
Somewhat. If I wouldn't want the girl to act, I'd rather her just be professional. Just be like, and then if I would have saw she was like that, I would have been like, all right, get in, bing, bang, boom, all right. Fuck
Boom,
you.
done.
I'm out.
We're out of here.
I'm out.
We're on to the next tour.
We're on to the next tour. But the whole trip I was out there, I never went from one whore to like another. I never did that. It's like you slept with a girl
You're
that
one
night.
poor man.
You had to at least...
I was good for the night.
You had to at least be like, look, I'm going to do her the respect.
I had to take a shower in between. There was always a shower in between.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
It was for a lady's present, you know?
You don't want too much different juices on you.
What happens if the juices mix? I don't know.
They go crazy.
You super whore.
Yeah, I guess.
Boy, you know, you're just a dirty boy.
What if my penis starts
So no whores bath at the gas station down the street?
Yeah, know what I mean?
No.
And off to the next?
You're just roasting the fucking little,
Nope.
you know,
I was
whirlpool
very,
for a second.
I was very respectable to the boys.
You're a good dude.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was fun. She took care of me, man.
All right.
She took care of me. And the stories get better, but the batteries are dying.
So
And this is the end of episode 1.
And this is the end of episode 1. Until we meet again with another Matt's Horror Stories. Thank you.
Done.
Ladies and gentlemen, motherfucking POW WOW! We will have victory if we stick together and always fight for the power of life. We are determined. We will fight for the life of the song and our sovereign life. Never in violence, but never in anger. We will follow the power of the Lord. We will have victory if we stick together and we go forth with those of us born for. Marches on the brother, fortune, honor, and justice. We are the spirit and its messenger. Message of love. Slaves hesitate to pressure is condemned. While your world sleeping, we restore the order. Slaves hesitate to pressure is condemned. While your world sleeping, we restore the order. Never in violence and never in anger. Yes, one of those days when you're feeling afraid, and there's no one to lay inside me. But please understand if it seems like a hate, don't ever want it this way. I'm sorry, sorry that I did tell you that I'm forsaken. On you and your mentality, the way that you live. I have to say that I want you to love for the whole thank you. Hey, we're POW WOW, Pain and Wisdom, and Roll the Waste, and we gotta get our wits together here real quick. We are an eco-core farmcore band. We believe that the punk rock movement is awesome because of the rebelling and fuck the system and the corporatocracy, man. But if you guys check out there, we have these programs, and we're talking about ecological farming is how we get rid of the corporations, people. You have to grow your own food and eat it.
Let's get back to the bar.
A little bit more emotion.
Let's get back to the bar. Now back to the bar. Let's get back to the bar. And now for more of this.
What's going on, bitches?
Welcome back. Wait. Awesome Talk, Season 4, Episode 2, man. We got a whole party going on over here.
Oh, cool. We do. A gay gaggle of geese.
Quack. Yo.
Quack.
A gay.
A gaggle.
And,
or a gaggle.
As we progress into the night, we have viewers who come, viewers who go, viewers who stick around.
Progressing.
And, well, we're
as
trying.
much as we're just going through the motions.
We're trying.
We're making a move.
I don't know how much progress is happening.
In about 20 minutes, we have Joseph Lemieux from, he's from Politically Exhausted and the Pontiac Tribune coming on. That's going to be fucking awesome. So now probably seems like a good time to do another new Around the Bar. So, I am Rick.
I am John.
Tom.
I am Ryan.
Stones. Scotty B.
Woo.
Sarah.
It's True Gaggy Time. It only
Gaggy Time.
takes like 2 seconds for my camera to come on.
So that's why you pause?
That's the delay.
So that means it should be over by the time it gets to you.
I thought that was dramatic. Yeah.
I thought it was a
dramatic way.
Drama.
Right, dramatic pause.
Quick pause, play me out.
He's like taste.
All right. I'll tell you what's dead. The vaudeville. You know what killed it? The moving picture. Quick boys, play me out.
Stones gets all the best wipes. As soon as we cross over to him,
Star wipe.
Star wipe.
They all wipe into his eye.
But it bounces up for just a second to show his smile.
We have to thank, of course, Geggy for the fucking chili and cornbread.
Yes,
yes.
So
Thank you
well
very much.
tonight. Hell no. Not by a damn sight.
Yeah, might as well.
This is what we want to do, make a show here with the empties.
Sure.
I also want to say that you just saw Matt's Horror Stories.
Oh, don't
Volume
you
1.
start. See, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
No,
I didn't do it.
God damn it. Enough's enough.
You see?
Enough's enough.
I told you.
You guys already destroyed your own computers.
I
over
was
there.
set up.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Destroy
was
your
set
own
up.
technology. There in North Korea. Hack yourself.
Give
Give us the interview.
Yeah, twice this morning, actually, I hacked myself.
Boom.
Is that what they call it nowadays?
I feel like nobody heard that.
Maybe Wu is the agent.
With or without a carp.
Nope.
Oh.
Nothing.
Maybe Wu has the
ordering
copy of the
Well,
interview.
you're-
and he's
you're-
the one who's keeping it.
I mean, you're a
from us.
farmer type, so, you know, we figure carp might be on the list.
Oh, we do aquaponics. We're getting a carp, man.
Dude,
You got the Romanian
Shit out of it.
cocksucking carp. We're buying them. I'll get twice the price for them things, and I'll sell them in a bucket full of water. I'll be like,
Right.
take this fish home,
Right.
fuck the hell out of his mouth.
You're the happiest
Yeah.
thing ever.
Exactly.
Unless,
That's gonna
of
be a new
course,
fetish, dude. Yeah.
unless, of course, you own an auto blow too, and then you might be, you know.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, mix the two.
That was funny, dude.
Have a weird sort of
Pour
three-way.
some fish sauce in the auto blow too, and it's like you're really there.
Before you know it, you
Well,
auto blow
Vietnam.
You fuck the auto blow too, and you shove the fish up your ass.
It's
Done.
Done.
That's a
Do
completed
Do it.
set of IKEA donuts.
You ever tried swordfish?
I never
Like
fucked a
fucking
swordfish.
one?
So that's Scott's thing. He likes the swordfish.
He likes them exotic, from the Pacific, if you will.
He likes them a little dangerous.
Stabbing you.
So that's the thing.
I like to be shanked while I'm getting head.
That's what that scar
It's not
is.
from
Up
the
the
front,
middle of
it's
your
from the
chest.
back.
Huh? Oh my god.
I got belly buttons.
That's funny.
That is why.
Scott's
God damn it.
You're a fine bang and denture.
Thanks for coming, brother.
I just want to point out to everybody how young
Skot is.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta do that?
Because it's cool. It's really cool for me. It's cool.
Why is it cool for you?
Because I got pictures of him. His father, Skot, is a good friend of mine growing up.
Right.
And when I played in bands a long time ago, he was our biggest fan. I said, man, we only need like 9,000 to 10,000 more guys like fucking Skot, man. And we're in. You know what I mean? And then we got pictures of him.
You got one more, though.
3 years old, when he's 3 years old, on a drum set in my garage.
Wow.
And now he's playing, and this is his first band.
I'm saying his dad set the bar pretty high. I mean, he guaranteed you 9,000. And you are awesome. I'll give you 5,000. He's worth 5 at least. But that's 4,000. We still got a gap there.
That was a Mormon joke.
I got the Mormon joke.
What was the Mormon joke?
Utah, then all the kids will happen.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we should tour Utah.
You have plenty of fans.
That's what Utah's known for, rock music.
Glad to have you, Scott.
Hell yeah, dude. Never welcome you, dude.
Because you're like one of the most positive fucking people.
That's because he's great.
He's like, whoa. Yeah, he's like, future in front of me.
Yeah, you don't want to be at a party. So he drives everywhere.
Oh, fuck, dude. Smarts, too.
Smart out, man.
Damn, smart.
A year and a half ago, I'm like, dude, you gotta learn the notes on the guitar. You know, he came in and showed me stuff, and I'm like, now we're theories. We're writing the minors when the vocals
They play guitar in the band.
He's a bass.
Bass.
So the writing is getting really awesome now, because when he showed up, me and Brian were together 5 years, so there's like 20 songs that he really didn't have nothing to do with.
Right.
He learned them, and now it's starting to the new shit's awesome.
Were you a bass player to begin with, or did you just
playing
kind of
3
pick it up?
years.
Well, I picked it up at 18 and kind of noodled in my room for a little bit. And
Yeah.
found Tom again. Just a random phone call right afterward.
Wow.
One
It was
summer.
destined.
Last summer, dude.
Excellent.
Destiny.
That's awesome, man.
What do you play? You just play bass, or do you play anything else?
I'm experimenting with like.
I'm experimenting with
I want to fucking violin so bad.
I have seen you live.
There you go. Two things.
We just played the show from the
No, I mean, with a skin flu, dude. Come on.
All right, look, listen. Joseph Lemieux is going to be Skyping in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to put some stuff out there for you guys. There's a circus in Italy.
In Italy?
Start the burst of the Yiddish Jewish circus.
Yes.
Kill them.
The Yiddish Jewish.
Hey, whoa, I'm going back away. Tom did too. It was like too far.
Mine is 10 points.
Punch a woman in the mouth.
He made a joke. Stones made a joke about killing Jewish people.
Sorry, Jason, Jew boy, our best friend. We love you. Jew boy heard that. You know, he's upset because he's fucking listening to the thing.
You know, those apologies always go so well.
Nazi you.
See that?
My neighbor.
I
hope you hold on. Hold on, you're what?
You know Frank. Del Nero. Sorry, Frank. So, right, Jay lives next door, and he's Jewish, and he's awesome. Dude. We love him. And we kill pigs, and we work goats, and do all this stuff together. And
Wait, this person, does he let?
no, you don't give a shit about this shit, dude. You know what I mean? But
He's not really.
He's my neighbor drove over here and tried to fucking carve the big giant swastika. There's a 1 acre field with this riding mower, dude.
He's like that motherfucker's dogs. By the way, that's the funniest I've ever heard anyone make a swastika sound. This girl like, that's great. He's like, Jesus Christ. He did.
He's like, that fucking guy's dogs bark out the window at me all day. He's like, yo, son. He's like, you know what I do, dude? Because he's from the city. He's like,
I move shit in
I
there.
leave the window. No, but Frank across the street. Frank across the street is the guy that's from there. And Jay's like, it's city, dude. He moved up and we love him. As I said, he's like, yo, you know what I do, son? He's like, I leave the window open so the dogs bark at Frank all day, right? and Frank, you know, Frank's like, man, them fucking dogs bark all day long at me, dude. So they're buddies, they're friends. I swear to God. But yeah, he did.
No, that's fun though. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Jay got a little upset. He's gonna fuck him up now. He's gonna do something.
He got upset about the swastika.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
can see
It's
that.
like, what the fuck, yeah.
Can you only see it like looking down, like area?
No, when you're standing on this porch, we go there, like, you know,
Here's what I think.
Holy shit.
I
The distant sky.
If your friend Jay's, like she said, her parents come to visit, they go to do a little Google Maps. It zooms in on the farm and it pops up in the SWAT stuck in Wolfenstein up in here.
So this is entertainment, but they're buddies, it's cool. You know,
This is the Rothstein's house.
you're not like an honest little racist, you know.
So,
All right then.
what do you got?
Anti-Semitism, check.
Next, I could just check one up on bucket list.
It would make a fucking great TV show.
Darn. I'll think about that.
What, anti-Semitism?
No, him and his neighbors going at each other.
Italian.
Farm brawlers, that's the one. Farm brawlers. We can have whatever we want. This is independent.
We talked about this on break, and we're gonna,
This is happening. I want to get out there and see this for real.
you can come out, you guys can come anytime.
And also talk
Oh, hell yeah,
farm
dude.
visit.
We can do that.
We should totally do that. We bring some tents.
We'll wait until the season's like really ripe so we have large ass, man.
Who's gonna go? Hands in the air. Awesome talk going to the farm. Awesome talk overnight. Fuck yes.
Dude, we'll set up tents and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a
You heard it here
tent. I got a
first.
fucking 4-person sleeper. I got fucking
Yeah,
I
right.
got all kinds
We
of
can
I
buy
got
all
fucking
kinds of
hammock.
alcohol and bring it out there.
Yeah,
That'll be
fireworks.
awesome.
That's what I do everywhere I go camping.
Guess who has two thumbs in his
I drove to tent.
You're missing out. Watch Colonel,
Watch Colonel.
Watch Colonel, bud. A circus in Italy.
Wow, man, my tent is the best place to sleep. I don't get there until 5 in the morning. Wow. I'm up 10 that fire. Great. I'm up 10 that fire.
Good to know. Just know set your alarm for 4:50.
Yeah.
Get out there. Get the fuck out. Because I get real rapey at 6 a.m.
Take your car.
Let's see. Wait, hold on. Before I move on, Erica Lubeski.
Hey, look at that.
It is
Hey, what's up,
hello. Thank you for being here.
Awesome.
My, I can't see very well. I'm supposed to wear glasses. I'm gonna put my glasses on.
Leah V, Evelyn.
I rarely.
I'm reading it for you, dude. Evelyn.
I have glasses.
Yeah.
Ah!
Evelyn.
God, I can
Joey
see.
6704. Erica Lebeski.
It's okay, Ryan. I got this.
Leah V. Yeah, I had
okay.
5 minutes ago.
Almost robotic. Joey 674. Oh man, I can see all this shit. It's all crackling.
Yes, right. Wait, no, I didn't say 6 a.m. raping. I said I get raped
Did
at
we-
6 a.m.
Did we fix the crackliness?
I was adjusting that. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the crackliness has been fixed. Leah V. Hello, it's Fuzzy. Who's Fuzzy? Who's Fuzzy?
Who's not?
Is that you?
Oh, yeah.
All right, okay.
He had a fucking awesome beard, but
All right.
shaved off. I'm like, stay tuned. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, no, my beard, yeah, my beard.
M. Valens. No wonder Scott is always happy. He's always eating. Well,
No shit. Yeah, uncle that, true to that. Man, Clay, this fucker eats everything, dude. My mother's like, Scott.
and look at your figure. How do you keep such a good-looking figure?
What's it, 12.3?
What did he say? He just said worms, bro. Worms. I'll start licking. Right?
Yeah. Good, you get my tapeworms to lose weight.
Ah, that's dope.
Eat everything.
Good old days.
I was just gonna say like a stray cat's ass, but you know, done. You know, you and I are on the level, aren't we? Yeah. I don't know what level it is, but it's fucked up level.
Yeah.
Level 1.
When he says it.
I feel so proud. A circus in Italy is in trouble
For what?
for painting.
For fucking animals, right?
Yeah, fucking animals.
Here we go.
Not yet. Yeah, thank you, John Michael. Thank you.
John Michael's not now. That's why he's still here. For painting 2 Chow Chow dogs as pandas and charging admission to see them.
That's way better.
now in safe custody.
Safe custody before.
No, their eyes are a bit watery from all the camera flashes. Which makes a lot of people laugh. I don't really think there's anything to talk about here. Oh, come on. And I saw the dogs painted as pandas. And I bet they were adorable. They were sort of walking around like,
They were probably
like fucking bears.
They were probably having a great time.
Yeah.
They probably got fed crazy amounts of steaks and shit for behaving.
They were spray
Or they
painted.
were just put under so that way someone could come and fucking sloppily paint some dogs and charge people to see them.
Well, what's funny is that,
Circuses aren't like top of the list when it comes to animal care.
No, it was a circus.
I don't know if Italians.
Yeah.
No, I thought you meant like, I don't know, like some
it wasn't like some guy with like a cool backyard.
Well, no, like a dog show of some sort, like where it was like, dog shit, dude, I went to Texas this summer, they find any way they possibly can to exploit animals for $5 a head.
Yeah.
You go down there, dude, it's like, check the dogs out. Look, we have running, jumping fucking dogs. Look at the lambs. They run in circles. They fucking do this. Pay $5. Like, oh, look at this. We got fucking animals. Look, animals. Check it out. We fucking rope cows. We fucking, lasso baby calves and fucking tie them up and fucking half choke them to death just for fun. Check it out. Come. Yeah, he's fucking terrible. My son, almost fucking cried at the rodeo. He saw the way that they, roped the little calf and, tied it up. They roped it around the neck.
That's on Ryan's baseball card. Ryan's awesome on baseball card.
My son almost cried.
Cried at the rodeo.
Did you guys hear about the guy who runs pig races? Because he owned a piece of property and a mosque moved in next door.
Okay.
So what he did was he opened it up to pig races and pig shows during the mosque hours because he was against the whole Baptist church movement next door. So he wanted to make as much noise as possible to disrupt their prayer session.
Show him.
Yeah. He must have been American. He was American, but he was goddamn. The guy was trying to strong arm him. To buy his property up and stuff like that. He's like, fuck this guy. He's like, I don't need this. I don't need this guy harassing me about the problems. Yeah, it was
They love them on, man.
We raise our fish in giant fields.
I got a piss. Let you guys go ahead and
I got a good
discuss.
story for you.
You piss. Hold on, let him finish, then you go.
Yeah, no, I do.
Go.
It's actually
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
That's because you're coming from North Korea. You're just trying to censor me. you're trying to fucking hide the truth from the world, Korean.
It's like, all right, dude, enough of the Korean jokes now, bro.
No, you guys used up a lot. I've only done two. I play my hand and smile.
And the van rides were brutal. Like everybody,
The racism flew free. As long as you believe it's a joke, I don't, I don't know if I'm going to do something.
like, yo, Pontiac, I don't know, dude. These people are exploiting them.
I got a great rodeo story.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think I've told Texas stories since I've been back, honestly. I got a great rodeo story, dude.
Oh, hold up. What's going on in the chat room first, then I want to get to that story. Nothing. There's audio problems? What's going on?
Are we doing that? We're still filming.
Yeah, we're still filming it individually.
Okay. Well, watch, fuck, which one? It's that fucking microphone right there. That might be that's either number 5 or 6. The wire on that's a little questionable.
It's off.
That's why.
Okay.
It's on.
Cool. Everything else on? Sarah, can you check that one? No, that one's old. That one's good. This one's on. No, is that one in?
Yeah, we got a mix.
We all right?
Okay, the stand's going.
Okay. Think we're okay. We're trying to get it. Okay, go ahead.
So we go to Texas, right? We went to Texas this summer, like I told you, and we decided to go to the Fort Worth area, which is it's a livery and a cattle yard, and they still every day do the cattle run down the main street, and they recreate the Old West there, basically. The main street in Fort Worth is kind of historic site, and you know, I've been there once in my life when I was a kid, and then when I went most recently, you know, it's like how, you know, kids just run around, like, dude, my son sat on a longhorn steer, you know, like, we took pictures, it was fun, like, you know, they get cowboy hats and fucking lassos and have a good time, and, you know, it's all good and everything like that. And so my mom, you know, and I mean, you know, bless her heart, she was trying to have fun, but she's like, hey, we're here, let's go see the rodeo. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, well, you know, my mom bought tickets to the, I don't know what the fuck a rodeo, I've never been to a fucking rodeo, I'm from New Jersey, you know, like, so we go, and like, me and my son get cowboy hats, and we're sitting there together and shit like that, we're watching it, and like, when the dudes try to ride the bull, you know what I mean? And if they fuck up, dude, I'm down with that. That shit's cool. That's badass shit, you know what I mean? But they only do that for 5 minutes. The rest of the night is a bunch of dudes on horses chasing baby cows around and roping them around the neck. And then they tie the rope to the horse, and the horse pulls the thing so that it like it's just on its back kicking, and then the guy has to go and tie its feet up and lift it on the ground and drop it as fast as he can. And that's like the whole fucking night. Yeah. And like my son is just sitting there like, why are they doing that to the animal, Dad? And I'm just like, there's a historic reason. Oh, hold up, wait 1 second, I'm not done with the story. There's a historic reason. But so, you know, we're sitting there, we're watching this, and you know, we're still cool. I'm just like, dude, it's just like, you know, dude, they have bullfights in Mexico and Spain, lots of places. And whoa. He's gonna have to fucking wait. Hold on a second. He had his chance earlier.
Joe, you there, man?
Yeah. What's going on? We'll get there. We'll go back.
Hey, what's up? Go.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, reel it in. You hear us, dude?
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
Cool, man. Everybody, this is you're having video problems, right?
Yeah. I tried everything. I tried to use my iPhone as a webcam. My computer's blowing up.
Okay, no problem, dude. No problem. Shit happens. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to get you in a good position. Hold on. I want to make sure we can see the chat. Cool. Okay. Sweet. So how you doing, Joe?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Cool, man. I just want to tell everybody this is Joseph Lemieux from Politically Exhausted in the Pontiac Tribune. Welcome back to Awesome Talk, dude.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to fucking have you here, man.
Yeah, you can see us.
You still there?
Yeah.
Can you see us, like, at least half decent?
Yeah, I can see half decent. I think we're good.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to say, this is my buddy Tom Dente from the band POW WOW.
All right.
And that's Skot also.
Right.
From POW WOW.
They live in the town where the Eric Frayne shit was happening.
I heard them say some stuff about that earlier while I was trying to get my camera to work. I was jumping in here and there.
Yeah. So he was the one that introduced me to your work. And
is that right?
Yeah,
I told
exactly.
you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Hey, nice to meet you, dude.
Hey, thanks for sharing my stuff.
I didn't know it was you, but good stuff if I shared it, I'm sure. It was an educational experience up there, to say the least. But go ahead, Nick.
So, you know, we've been talking about all kinds of things going on in the world, and we were talking about, one of the things we were talking about earlier that I wanted to get your take on was the supposed hack on Sony by North Korea.
It's not from North Korea. That's not even
most of us feel like that's absolutely bullshit. North Korea doesn't have the fucking means to do this in the first place, so the argument is moot. But I was curious about your take on it.
Well, you know, you mentioned that to me earlier today. It's something I've been looking at, and that, you know, actually encouraged me to write an article about it on our website. But, you know, it's just this claim that the media keeps playing with, and they know it's not true. And if they don't know it's not true, then they're really terrible journalists, and they're more propagandists than anything. Any halfway decent journalist would look into this story and be able to tell that, you know, there's no fact holding up the FBI's claim. You know, the things they have with the FBI are pretty iffy, if that, for proof.
How do you mean? What have they found?
Well, they claim, we caught some IPs, and then we got this other stuff, like some code that maybe was used from other IPs in North Korea. So if anyone knows what a proxy is, a proxy can be used anywhere across the world. I can be using an IP from North Korea from my computer right here.
Right.
So anyone that knows how to hack probably, well, most undoubtedly would know how to use, you know, someone else's IP. And, you know, if they were really trying, they could easily frame another country like that. But then they're claiming this code that they've caught before where it was suspected that it was North Korea. They had no definitive proof, but they're trying to cross-reference that with the stuff they got now, and then they're claiming that it's North Korea, and there's these activist groups, Guardians of Peace, that are claiming they did it. So the FBI, I think they don't know who did it, and they're just going to go, well, it was a movie about North Korea. We all know they're crazy, and maybe we can frame it on them and get some internet bills passed, you know?
Yeah, sure.
That's why I was trying to say earlier, in this climate, I could understand North Korea being pissed about shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be like, damn, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen right now. This bullshit, drama, nonsense, propaganda like this, you know? Like, who do you think did it?
Who do I think? Honestly, it probably wasn't Anonymous, because Anonymous are at this point going, who the hell did do it, but it wasn't North Korea. But it was maybe someone inside Sony that had a disgruntled employee, or, you know, at this point it doesn't really matter because it's a private company and they should be able to handle their own security. And if they can't, then why, you know, why are we the ones that are responsible because they got hacked? They knew about this, you know, their employees told them, hey, you got some security leaks here and there. And Sony was like, all right, well, so? And, you know, they get all mad that someone hacked them. It's like, well, you should expect things like this.
I'm understanding. Sarah, can you talk to him a little bit about what your theories about why all this happened?
Well, my theory is that it's being used to push internet bills, and that's why you heard about, you know, we have vulnerabilities from Iran, and we have to protect ourselves there, and cyber attacks from Russia. Now, there's a reason why Iran, Russia, and North Korea keep coming up as the places to worry about for being hacked, because they're all our sworn enemies. So now get the people scared enough to go, well, this internet bill, it might hurt us, but it protects our freedoms. It's just a fucking excuse to pass a worse internet bill than the last one. Like,
I think you're totally correct on that. And it's funny, they go, oh, Iran's hacking us. At the same time, we're working with Iran and Iraq against ISIS right now.
That's right. It's a fucking
you know, it's just, it's a complete joke. They can see how we're winning the narrative. Mainstream media is losing completely. We're seeing such hack jobs they are. And now we're winning the battle, and the only thing they can do is control it. That's their last chance to stay in power like they have.
Exactly. Let me ask you something, man.
They have to get people scared in order to maintain validity.
Yeah.
If they don't have an audience that's scared out of their fucking minds about something, then they might disappear.
Well, that's the thing with fear. It overrides a lot of things in your brain where you go in fight or flight, and there's a lot of logic that gets missed out in decisions you make when you're scared, and that's the only way they can get you to do things like this, because you're going to throw logic out the window like they did with the Patriot Act, you know? That's the terrorists.
Right.
Exactly.
Can one guy hack that whole system like that? Can one man do that, or does that take a team of guys? I'm computer illiterate, so just tell me.
I'm not the biggest genius on computers, but I know DDoS attacks, which are the most common. It's just a bunch of people on a computer that log in multiple times. Like it's almost like you're refreshing your browser 150 times a second times like 100 people, and it just floods the servers with
I don't mean to, like, well, I don't give a shit. Have you seen today? Have you gone on the IP Viking, I think it's called, website, and watched the attacks today happening?
I got sent the link, but I was on my phone earlier.
That was pretty amazing. That was pretty amazing. Huh, Scott?
Well, but yeah, because Anonymous said that they're going to take down the police department because they won't take
And you can't go to the police department's website right now. It's insane, dude.
And
good. The part of it that's so amazing to me, Joe, is that the part of it that's so amazing to me is that you have one of the biggest major cyber attacks in history happening right now in the police force, and it's like the news is they're not oblivious to it, but they're behaving as if they're oblivious to it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's with reason, you know. there's been reports, and I linked it in the story I did today, that the CIA works directly with mainstream media, and they've had it where the CIA has handed them stories and go, hey, you need to post this, and they go ahead and do it. I mean, the CIA's narrative runs everything. They're in the intelligence community, and what's the worst place you would want your intelligence community meant for war used against the American people on the same media that they listen to? That's a bit creepy.
I always say, anything that gets through the mainstream airwaves are all things that have been approved by somebody.
Yes, the AP.
Right.
Yeah. And you said a cool thing. You said that the internet is winning the narrative. I won't forget that. Yes. That is fucking awesome, dude.
And why it is because if you go on Google searches, you can sometimes, there's the
I do it all day long, bro.
You Google it, and they'll be in the top of the search bar for some of the stories, and they'll be mainstream media where they'll get 5,000 shares on the web, and the anti-media will get anywhere from, 1 million for some. So
Right. And my mother is elder, and I live with her, take care of her, and she has that Fox and CNN. She has TV on all day. I don't really watch it. I'm an internet research guy and this and that when I have time. But the stuff I see on the internet is totally nothing that you see on TV. You see some of it, but it's amazing, dude. Winning the narrative.
You'll see like less than 5%.
Yes, it's less than 5%. And the 5% colors.
That's why I keep posting all of my streams.
It's happening to us, guys.
Because nobody's aware of the fact that they're happening everywhere, pretty much right now, across the
Why we
world.
grow food. Right.
I actually, there was a protest in my city, and I went down there to cover it. One of those anti-police brutality protests, Black Lives Matter. And it was pretty crazy, you don't think these things come to home, and it was right here.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
But it's amazing, man. I mean, anything that promotes any sort of positive change doesn't get covered properly either, because, like, even when the Occupy Wall Street shit was going on,
correct.
I'd look at my computer and I'd see a live feed of, like, shit going on in New York, and then I'd look at my, TV, and it's like Kim Kardashian's divorce, you know what I mean? Like,
Hillary's shoes.
Yeah.
See, the Occupy, the only thing I saw during that, because I wasn't too into it at the time, was cops beating people up.
Yeah.
But then I come to realize it later is the only reason they were showing cops beating people up is, that does rile people up, it gets them a bit anti-police, but they don't even want to concentrate on the message of the movement to begin with. They'd rather show cops beating up harmless protesters than let you see the real message.
What's the real, man? Right. That's what you got to do, man.
This is, can I give a little backstory?
Absolutely.
This is my buddy Stones. This is the guy I talked to you about earlier, who has a friend who's going through some shit, and he wants to kind of tell you what happened, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested.
Yeah, so my buddy Matt, he was it's public. It's in the Asbury Park Press.
Okay.
It's it's all over the news. Monmouth County posted an article about it. So Matt said some shit online. All right, he said some shit online that was apparently the Tinton Falls police interpreted it as a threat to them, and he was arrested. He was put in jail, and apparently now this is supposed what I'm about to say. Is supposed he was beat up in jail. The guards watched, and he was hospitalized, and he was sexually assaulted while he was in jail, and nothing was done about it. Now, meanwhile, his family's getting all kinds of death threats from this incident, and I want to read to you what was said on. It was a Facebook post against the video. The guy who killed the NYPD cops. He has a video out. There's a video out online of him being harassed by police.
I've seen that today.
And this is what he said. He said, "Don't want to get clipped while sitting in your squad car. Don't be a faggot ass pig who's looking to get killed. Fuck you. Everyone who goes out of their way to fuck with other people should get executed in cold blood. Don't be a dick." Now, to me, this guy got arrested with a felony charge of terroristic threats. And this guy says, don't be a faggot-ass pig who's looking to get killed. That to me is like, well, don't be a cop who runs the risk of getting killed.
He never
But it's
said
cop
that.
car. And he never, to me, none of this was a threat at any point. And now he's arrested and he has to defend himself. And his family, with all death threats, they went to the cops and said, we're getting all these death threats, and the cops have done nothing about any of the death threats or anything.
Can I interject for just a little bit of transparency? Is that I do actually, I mean, I don't, like, once again, like I said, I don't agree with what he said, but hey, you know what I mean? Like, I actually agree. No, yeah, I don't agree with the way he worded it, but generally, I actually kind of agree with his opinion. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you know the social climate, you know what's going on in the world, you choose your side. You know what I mean? Like, you put the uniform on, hey, man, they can only excuse so many deaths of civilians before the civilians start getting pissed about it, and, I mean, you know, hey, you put the suit on, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm not saying that I agree with it. I'm not saying that I agree with it at all. But you got it. That's how hatred works. Exactly. But no, anyway, the point that I was trying to make is that I have, that whole thing has been in use for a long time. They're not, like, picking him up on anything new. I have a friend who actually got into an argument with a girlfriend of his over the phone. She recorded the conversation of them screaming at each other, and she called the cops on him, and he got arrested for terroristic threats and served 18 months. For an argument he got into over the phone with his girlfriend, you know? Like, that was in, like, 2006. Like, they've been doing that for a long time. They've been using that as a precedent to arrest people for a long time. That's the
I want you to respond. Go ahead.
But you see how they word it, he definitely, I mean, some people could construe it as, a threat, but I don't think it was. But look, this man, the freedom of speech wasn't put to say what everyone is already hearing. It's to say the most controversial things and protect that. And now there's people saying controversial things against the status quo, and they're taking them away on terrorism charges.
Yeah.
Now, the National Defense Authorization Act, which gives the federal government the ability to disappear anyone without a trial, without counsel, indefinitely. When does this, you saying something on Facebook, be a terroristic threat, and then when does that start going where you just disappear?
I agree. I agree completely.
Right.
But there's no, to me, that guy shouldn't have been in jail for that,
He never said, I'm going to kill you. He never said it. No, he never called him by name. He
never threatened anybody.
I think the Asbury Park Press is trying to, they're cutting off part of his statement on his.
And like I said, I don't agree with his statement.
The Asbury Park Press is putting a spin on it. That's not the full story. And then what's weird to me is that I've been reading through the comments off of the articles that I've been reading, right? And it's like half of the people are saying, hang this guy.
Yeah.
And the other half are like, wait, what happened? What's going on here? Is this a First Amendment issue? But it's bizarre to me that half of the population is ready to burn this guy at the stake when they don't really know the whole story.
A lot of them are trolls on the internet as well.
Right.
There's what concerns me the most about the accountability movement, and this really worries me for the future of this country, is the way everyone's framing it. And it's not even, we as the people on the other side need to push accountability, but we would like to work together with you. But the way it's turning out is they're turning us against each other, where we're not even going to work together, and it's going to come to a point where if law and order does fall apart, how are we ever supposed to really work towards a better future if everyone's in chaos, Right.
That's why everybody's sitting around fighting about Sony being hacked instead of bills being passed when we're looking the other way.
I believe there's a gray area of people in the middle who would get by. I believe you would keep growing vegetables. I believe I'd keep raising my kids and doing my thing. I believe we'd keep hanging out, and as long as there was an internet, we'd keep making podcasts.
Yeah, but the problem isn't you. The problem is the mentality.
Exactly.
Basically, they got rid of the middle class, and now there's just us and them. They're super rich that are in charge of everything, and us.
That's why I said
in order for them to have an ultimate amount of power, they have to make us fight amongst ourselves. So even if you're like a cool dude, someone else is gonna go, hey, how come you have all that fucking food and I don't? Why do you have the right to it? You don't. This land is just land now. Nobody really owns it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole fucking point.
You're definitely right. People will keep growing vegetables. People will keep living. But if no one agrees on a common ground, that's where the danger becomes.
The biggest thing is if this all erupts into chaos, if the grid goes down, man, then it's serious. These fucking assholes.
We'll keep it alive, people.
Like how they have the right to, I don't know, to me, again, I grew up with this dude, he's in a band, he's in Kirsten Maryland band, and I grew up with her, and it's just like, this guy's a drummer in a band, he's like a peaceful dude, and he made a comment on fucking Facebook that wasn't even necessary. You could construe it as not as a threat.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Did they release him?
no, he's still in jail.
He's still in jail.
He's still in jail. He's locked up in county. He went to the hospital because he was fucking assaulted, and they sent him right back to county after he got out of the hospital. He's fucking sitting in county. And it's like,
This is public record.
yeah, oh yeah. This isn't me just spitting out bullshit. There's articles and shit written about this. His sister wanted to come on tonight, but his sister said, look, I can't frame right now. Everything's very fluid at the moment, but I do want to come on at some point in the future with a vengeance on this.
They don't want to ruffle feathers right now because they think it's going to impede their ability to get him out of there. And I agree with that. I agree. No, you know, I mean, they should. That should be priority number one, is get him the fuck out of there. You know, like immediately.
I hope it gets out soon.
Find a lawyer, find a fucking whoever you gotta find, talk to him.
He'll be killed.
You gotta find him.
Well,
No, that's not killed. It's just get him out of there.
And she was saying, you know what, it's the family members of cops and law enforcement people who are decorated that are.
He's not in prison. He's in county. You know, I mean, maybe a couple of fights, but you know, I mean.
Yeah, except for the part where he got beaten up by a bunch of guards.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, in county.
Well, no, he got beaten up and the guards didn't do it.
I don't know that though. I mean, that's undocumented. That's hearsay. I'm sorry.
Somebody beat the fucking shit. We don't know.
Page and suddenly bruises appear. There's a small amount of people that are responsible when you're in a fucking cage.
Yeah, but you can't assume.
You're not walking down the
You can't
street.
make an assumption about it. I mean, we
Joe as well. I did a video about the prison system, how they use prisoners like slave labor now. We have like over 1 million people in the prison system that are used for uniform.
I was saying to Rick the other day that our prison system is our new form of slave labor, and everybody thinks slavery is eradicated, and it's bullshit because no, all the slaves are just in prison now.
These people make 40 cents an hour, and then they get charged for everything they do in a phone call. It's like 50 cents a minute. So by the time you get out of jail, you owe the system money for them taking away your freedom on non-violent crimes.
And you work the whole way through.
Exactly.
And you work as a slave the whole way through.
And they claim, well, it helps the prisoners when they get out, but then those same companies that use these kids won't hire them afterwards.
Free labor is the cornerstone of U.S.
Exactly, and then you become what? Worth what? Just the fucking slave labor.
What the hell?
Dude, that's what happened, though. I mean, you free the slaves, but then you enslave everybody. You know what I mean? It's like a gigantic farce. It's like, oh yeah, look, slavery's been abolished.
Yeah, but what did we do? We took black people from Africa, we put them in fields and fucking made them work, and then we took them and put them in prison instead. Us.
No, but I started putting everybody in with them now.
Yeah, right.
Like they absolutely got the rawest end of the deal, but that's what happened. Then it just opened it up. Now you're just a criminal. You can't call them a slave.
Justice is inherently racist.
Listen, man, you gotta keep all the shit in perspective. You understand about the cops, of course. A lot of cops, a lot of black people that rose to fucking Irishmen were fucking in prison as much as black people in the first 100 years of this country. And then Japanese slaves. We just gotta keep this in perspective, and this is nothing new in history. Everyone has to remember, so accept this. And this is the ebb and flow of what always happens to humanity and people. And you gotta keep the shit in perspective.
Well, I was referring to
Black people have had,
I mean, blacks to white in prison, blacks getting death penalty to white people.
I'm sure that's
so my point was the justice system just fucks the black people in a completely different way.
And we never educate them. It's the same story as like, oh, we said, oh, that's big generators are Iraq and nobody can run. That's how that happened too. So there is a social reason, like, social structure thing that happened that definitely disadvantaged a lot of blacks. I mean, they could,
And it was purposely done. Look at Redline. Yeah. You know, Redline in the fucking 50s, dude.
And that's why I say, dude, you know, like, I have friends, you know, who are police officers, but, like, I'm not saying I support anything. I'm not saying, I mean, like, I really don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't call the police. Like, I don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you need the police to help you protect yourself or live your life, you don't deserve it in my book. You know what I mean? Like, you take care of your fucking self. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't really get into all that, and it's not like I'm for it or anything. All I'm saying is that look at the fucking atmosphere. Like, look at that shit. And I'm sorry, like Jon Stewart said on the Daily Show after the Eric Garner thing, when they did not charge the officers, it was on video. I mean, this was not speculation. It was seen on video. This guy choked to fucking death while standing there just arguing, saying, hey, wait a minute, I didn't fucking do, like, hold up, calm down. And they jumped him, punched him, beat him, knocked him to the ground, and choked him to death on video and walked. When you do that shit, people are gonna start shooting cops.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Period.
And I like how
And I'm sorry, you don't have to agree with it, but you have to understand this should not be shocking.
Right.
People should not be surprised by this.
I think that the response is ridiculous too. People are pushing for cops to have body cameras, and Obama's saying like, "Oh, we need to put body cameras." It's like everyone of these murders
for body cameras
has come out with like 20 videos each.
Yeah, it
doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter if the cameras on the cops.
Doesn't matter. Oh, what was it? I just saw it today. Like,
what was it?
Wasn't it?
Could have like 6 officers, and there's pictures of him before and after on video, and nothing happened to the officers that killed him.
So let me ask you something, Joe.
Oh, but wait, I was just going to no, Chicago, I think, or Illinois, somewhere in Illinois. They just made it illegal to videotape police without
Well, they've been trying to do that all the
No, but the town just did it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Illinois or in the Midwest, somewhere just did it. Yeah. It's illegal. You cannot videotape a cop.
Like the rise of Big Brother has been, what do you have to hide? If you're not breaking the law, what do you fucking
I mean, that precedent, you better watch that precedent set right there.
Hold on.
They just made that shit illegal.
I want to ask Joe a question. With all the protests going on in the country right now, and there's been a lot of weird, violent action popping up, what do you think is the ultimate goal with all these protests? What's the best thing that could happen? Because obviously you and I talked earlier today.
Yeah.
We talked earlier today, and it was like, blaming the cops on a personal level is almost a fucking moot point. The fact that the legislation and the rules are so fucked up that they're sort of just living by what they're allowed to do. So what do you think?
Give us our speech back.
What do you think, Joe, is the best outcome of all this?
Well, there's a lot of people I think will never move past the original ideas of the protest about the police brutality, but I think what this will do more than just police accountability, but it'll wake up a lot of young kids or very intelligent people that never got a different perspective on things, that down the line we're going to be having to work together to make a better future. And if these people get waken up and they're able to do their own research and really understand what's going on, then we're going to be able to create that better future. But if a lot of these people just stick to the moot points as they're talking, it's not going to change anything. But I think for awareness-wise, I think this has the biggest impact.
How long do you think it's going to take? How long do you think it's going to take? And the only reason I'm asking this is because, again, this terrorism shit. There's this past thing, 2003, it was fucking where we got our rent stripped from us.
Right.
And now we're starting to see the fruits
Sure.
of that. There was so much change, and now it's very glaringly obvious 10 to 12 years later.
Right, exactly.
So how long is it going to take before something along those lines will be able to get reversed?
Never.
I don't think ever.
It's not ever happening.
Yeah, honestly.
I think it has to happen. It has to happen. But
That's not going to happen without total access. But that's only going to happen with total.
Let him talk. Go.
It has to happen, but it really depends on what the people want, But this country, I think what is kind of a good thing about this country, of how brainwashed we are to thinking that we're free, is that when we do realize we're not free, it actually makes people want freedom even more.
Yeah. Freak out. It just seems to me. It seems to me like I was talking to you earlier today where I was just like, you get to a certain point sometimes you look at the fucking general public and it's just kind of like, fuck them. Like, you have shit right in front of your face and people will still argue for the thing that's worse, like worse for them.
Because in the American dream, they're sold. If you're poor and you grew up on the American dream bullshit, you're gonna fucking vote against yourself because one day you might be the
guy that owns Sony.
You're playing
or
the
whatever.
lottery. You're playing the lottery.
And it's like, you're not going to, I'm sorry, everybody who believes in the American dream. You're not going to be the fucking president one day. You're not going to be a billionaire. You're most likely going to be poor or maybe a little bit above and have a shitty job. So vote for rights that make your life better instead of for some fantasy future that isn't going to fucking happen.
Well, capitalism, because you have to be in it to win it.
You just mentioned how a lot of people are going to have, a shitty job and not that, rich, which might actually be a sad reality, but then we also got to look at the life we live as a society. We live this life where we must buy everything, and the value of everything we have, it's always based off of money. Being to those certain types of success, it's not because of your greatness or anything, it's because you're rich or something like that. And if we always base our society off of money, it'll never be, enjoyable for all. If we start getting off of this 40-hour-a-week bullshit just to get some money to buy some crap and rather do things that we enjoy in life, maybe going out in the woods, reading books, things like that,
I have something to say to that. I think as a farmer and as a revolutionary ecological farmer, that I think sustainable farming, civilization didn't exist before man learned agriculture, and when they did, they sustainably farmed for 16,000 years till 1946 when they started doing petroleum fertilizing, and then the corporatocracies took over food structures, and the first rule of warfare is control the food and control the enemy. I think people need to get back to sustainable farming as local as possible, because if you look at all the cottage industries that went with it, that's what builds societies and health and wealth and resiliency in cultures. And I just read the book by James Michener, Poland. And those Polacks were in there, man. Great book. Those Polacks were in there, man, and I'm quarter Polish, I can say that. They were in there farming. They're freaking Polacks. Listen, for 1,000 years, and they didn't give a fuck who ran the country. If those people that were running the country fucked with them, they fought. And if not, they grew potatoes and beans and made babies. And life was good. So this is what's happening right now. We're a dependability society. We're, I think, geez, why is Ebola in the country? Well, 26% of everything we eat in this fucking country comes from West Africa. So, geez, I wonder why Ebola is here, just like the gypsy mullets. This sustainable farming is the key to the revolution. And it's the beauty because I'm not really, I'm a Christian because I believe Jesus lived, but if he could have fed the multitudes, they would have killed each other. So if our people can sustain life, who gives a fuck who does what? Fuck off. If you come to my house and give me a problem, we're going to fight and brawl. If I'm dead, great. If you're dead, I win. Whatever. But that's what I think the precept of this is, man. All this stuff doesn't matter if we can't feed ourselves, dude.
All that stuff. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead.
I totally agree with that. It definitely to the farming, but that's goes back to just pure independence. This revolution isn't just us working together, because us working together is more on ideas and the narrative. It's a personal revolution of freedom, Free yourself from all these dependencies, and who do you need to rule you? And you bring it down perfect. If we had farming and people more self-reliant, they wouldn't need things like the city to do their water and their sewage.
And people in the city.
Yeah, there's delicious fluoride water.
Shit, though. No, but we couldn't, right now, as it stands, we couldn't start a revolution without first voting an iPad.
In 3 weeks we're done.
You know what I mean? They're the people who want the freedom also have to deserve it.
But it's got to be.
That's the problem,
I talked before about Fran and how the reason why they spent so much money catching him was because of the fact that in order to have a civilized society, you have to have police, and so you have to put the investment into
Somebody murdered a police officer.
But
Wait.
My counter argument to not argument to necessarily that exact case, but my counter statement to that idea is we're not going to have a civilized society until cops and people are held to the same accountability and have the same rights
absolutely
equally.
One thing the Germans said.
That's important.
One thing the Germans said about going into Poland, the German soldiers would write to their command, and they would say, we give these people a feeling of inferiority, so they fight us. We should have made them feel equal. Absolutely. That's a huge thing. I just seen it in this. There's a video documentary out right now. It's called Generation War. It's about 4 years a Jew that grew up. 2 guys joined the army, and they said, we come in here like assholes and make these guys feel inferior, and no matter what we do, they still kill us. We kill as many of them as we can until we kill the last one. There's none left.
You're just not gonna like it, so they will. So you have to make people feel equal. If you're a cool dude, I'm a cool dude, and he's a cop, and this guy shows up and freaks out and is gonna try to punch you. I mean, everybody can police themselves, man.
Yeah,
this shit's out of control, but I'm saying it's got to.
We do it constantly.
I'm
prideful of my ability to walk into a bar and cause the most acceptable amount of shit. You know?
The police departments have changed what they do. I mean, they used to be, the whole point of police in our mind is for violent criminals. But now they're turned into law enforcers and revenue generators.
You know, and it's like, I think about
legalized gangs and
yeah, look at her guys in jail.
Like, exactly, dude. And like, I think about growing up. And if you were being a little kid, and your parents saying to you, you don't want to go to jail, your image of somebody who goes to jail is not half the people you know nowadays who go to jail. You know, people go to jail for nothing. It's like fucking scumbag.
Make it explain it on fucking Facebook. Yeah. We got a half hour left.
That guy went to jail for having an opinion.
Yeah.
He didn't
know. Yeah, back to the
anybody.
original point. Yeah, that's absolutely horrendous.
Joe,
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Listen, man. First off, I want to say thank you very much for being on tonight. I know, Aaron was supposed to be on, and you filled in the last minute. It's been absolutely
You did a great job.
great to have you on
Wait,
tonight.
and this guy Facebooked me his Tom Dente on Facebook. Are we buddies on there? Or can you?
I'll hook you up with the
zap
Zoom.
me? Yeah, I want to talk to you more, man.
All right, awesome.
It's been pleasurable.
So I wanted to say thank you very much for being on tonight. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to ask? Anything you want to close
Great
with?
to have Joseph on. What do you think, if you don't mind me, what story have you been really like following lately? Like, what do you think is the thing that people should really keep their eye out for right now?
It's usually the thing they try and keep the least attention on. It's hard for me to stay right now because I've been working on the website so much. But look at Iraq and Ukraine, and they're starting wars in our names, and they're not even talking about it.
And the fact that OPEC doubled production to bankrupt the Russians, is that going on, Joe?
Absolutely, there's no coincidence. I mean, there is a coincidence why the oil prices are down and gas is as cheap as it's been.
Right,
dude. Poker table.
Oh yeah.
That's war on us too. There's no war on us. There's war on the United States.
Joe, it's dope having you here. We always do something at the end of the show.
As you know.
And it's called the final word. So, Joe, if you had your final word, like if we were able to plug into the whole of North Korea tonight, and we can talk to all the hackers, we can talk to all the Americans, we can talk to everybody, we can tell them one thing. What would your final word be to the world tonight, Joe?
First, it'd be a shameless plug to go to PontiacTribune.com. I feel like I want to copy my last one, but you gotta look inside yourself sometimes, and you gotta go, is this the life do I want to live, and am I really free, and what am I gonna do to be free? Am I releasing myself from my mind or the chains on the outside?
If you ain't eating, you ain't living, man. Go through it.
Very nice. Very well, Joe. Thank you very much.
Joe, anything else you want to say before we close up, man?
No, I already plugged myself, so.
Sweet.
Listen, man, Joe.
That was pimp.
Politically exhausted, the Pontiac Tribune. I want to thank you very much for being with us tonight, dude. This has been a great conversation tonight, and I hope you'll be on again later on this season.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on. You have a good one, guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joseph Lemieux, man. Cheers, brother. That was a fucking fantastic, really.
Now, unfortunately, for all you motherfuckers, I remember exactly where I was in my story before we started that interview.
What story was it?
The story about going to Texas and the rodeo.
Okay,
I'm getting to the good part. I'm serious. You guys will all have an opinion. I'm fairly certain. So we're sitting there, right? Alright, so we're sitting there, right? We watched the dudes ride the bulls. Like, we actually saw one dude get his, shoulder broken by a fucking steer's horn. He got mashed up. He got mashed up in the fence. He got all fucked up, He's fucked up. So there's a part in the show, right? And there's a rodeo clown. Everybody knows, right? All rodeos have a rodeo clown, right? It looks like Delbo, like the dude. He comes out in the oversized
his pants, he does his damn thing, he comes out, he's like, alright, how many of y'all, this is the first time y'all ever been to a rodeo? And like, everybody cheered, and we all cheered and stuff like that, But it's like, alright, we like to invite all children ages 6 to 12. Come on down here now, come on down, come on down. And we're just sitting there like, oh, they're gonna go fuck around with the rodeo clown. It's cool, Like, so I'm like, hey, do you wanna go? And he's like, yeah, So he takes his little cowboy hat and his sneakers and he goes down in there and then he's like, alright, so just so y'all know, there's a little parts that we like to do. We got a cat back there and he's raring to go. And we put a piece of duct tape on his hide. And the first kid to snatch it off wins a prize. And then they let a fucking, a cab just bolt through a crowd of 8-year-olds. And I'm not shitting you, dude. And my son was the only one, the Jersey kid, was the only one who had the good sense that when this bull came out and all these kids were running, my son went, nope. And he just stepped back. And you're like, oh, what dude, I'm not shitting you. I saw a 6-year-old get thrown over the back of the cab. 2 8-year-olds got mowed the fuck down and stomped on. As they should. And my son, your parents definitely should be next. Aaron, flew up out of her seat and started screaming. I'm like, Aaron, it's their culture, just right. Look, he's running, he'll be fine. And I'm just like, he's running, he'll be fine, don't worry. Look at him, he's doing great, And so, dude, my kid comes out of that shit. Don't you want to watch Entourage instead? Dude, he was shocked. He was in full pussy mode, He was shocked. He was just like, why did they do that? He's just sitting there like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, they just let him in and he just started chasing us. And he starts crying and Aaron's holding him and shit like that. And so we walk out, we leave the rodeo, we watch all the fucking shit, you know what I mean? We leave the rodeo and he's just sitting there just like, Dad, I don't understand. I don't fucking understand why they do that. I'm just like, well, you don't understand, son. No. I was like, because he was sitting there. Because he had cowboy day. He was having a great time. He got a fucking lasso and he got a cowboy hat. And he's fucking he's loving it. And then he gets in there. He gets chased by a calf and he watches a bunch of grown men hog-tie baby animals and choke them out. And he's just sitting there and he's walking with me afterwards. Just like, Dad, why do they do that to them? And I just looked at him, and I'm just like, I'm just like, Gage, that has nothing to do with being a cowboy. Do you know what cowboys do? He's like, cowboys take care of the animals. They make sure they get from one place to another, and nothing hurts them. And they make sure, I'm like, this is just a bunch of dickheads who have nothing better to do, and this is what they do with their time. And my son looked at me, and he's like, oh. And I'm like, see, you could be a cowboy. You could be one of the good cowboys who takes care of the animals. And he's just like, yeah, I could. And I'm just like, yeah, these guys are just a bunch of assholes. And I was like, yeah, what a bunch of fucking idiots. We're just sitting there talking so. But what do you feel about that? Dude, they asked, is anybody from out of state? They did not once mention, hey, by the way, we're going to set a cap loose on the kids. They didn't say shit. They just they lured them in. That's not a symptom of pussy mode from your son. No, it's compassion. It's okay. Oh, dude, I loved it. I just said that to make a joke. No, I loved it. I can tell you why they do. I can bring in your kids. Bring in your kids. Bring in your kids. You don't want them. Lazy kids. It's definitely exploitationism at its finest. Hey, by the way, Evelyn said good show, fuckers. That's a good story, right? That's real rodeo shit. Lem Valenzi's his uncle, and he put tires on that fucking car so we could get down here tonight. Thank you. Anybody who's new in the chat, hit that fucking subscribe button. We do this every 2 fucking weeks. Listen, guys, I want to get to the special that Ryan coined, which is the Awesome Talks. Why the fuck are you here? Yes. You guys are. Dude, you guys have been following us for a long time. We've been following you for a long time. Pow Wow has been a part of Awesome Talk since episode 4. May I? Tonight is episode 38. Wow. May I get old?
Man, go ahead. Tom, Scott, why the fuck are you here?
I love you.
Scott, weren't we trying to figure that out on the way down here?
I was just talking about your band. I forgot, dude. It was almost in a car and shit. He's like, come on over here. I'm talking in front of the camera. Come and sit down, sir. Sit down. Scott, why the fuck are you guys? Let's talk about this band. What's going on right now? You guys. With the band? Pow Wow. First off, Pow Wow is an eco-core band. Yeah, let's talk about what that means. The pain of wisdom in a world of waste.
The first time I was telling him tonight, I said, man, these guys drink a lot when we get here, man. I said, the first time I was here, he asked me almost the same question, maybe worded differently, but I couldn't spit out the fucking mantra. And the mantra says, we were born into Pow Wow. How's it go, Scott?
How's it go? Come on, Scott. Check this out. Save it. Oh, shit. I love it when people bring fucking props. Yeah, props, right? I hope it's a mustache. That's even better. Hold that up. Giggy, can I get this on camera?
It's right there. That there is revolt.
We are
a peaceful guide to revolution, man. So as Pow Wow, we are channeling our aggression into these. Let me read this before I fuck it up.
All right, okay. I know we've been drinking tonight.
It's all right. The first time I was like,
yeah.
As Pow Wow, we are channeling our aggression toward the ridiculous lifestyle we were born into. EcoCore combines the ideals of self-sustainability, grassroots organization, food localization, and lessening the power of massive corporations through the local economy with music and other endeavors. We're aware of our developing ecological crisis and industrialism destructive potential of our Earth planet. Long past is the time to open our eyes and see that we the people are obliged to take back control of our future. We are stupefied and rage, yet we are not blind, for we are armed with solutions. It is in each and every one of our hands, in our bodies, it is in our food, in our minds, it is in our souls to participate in buying local food, reducing carbon footprints, and cooperating with local endeavor and farm operations. That is our mission.
Indeed. All right, excellent. And the goal is already. Now, Scott, we were fucking funny earlier, but you know it's all because we like you. I always say to people that if I don't, because we're insanely jealous that you're 23. I always say to people, you're 10 years younger than me, and I feel every year of that. I always say to people, like, don't make fun of you. We might have a problem with one another. So, you joined a band with this guy. Yep. I kind of almost remember how early it started because I've been talking to him for a while. Yeah, last year. So, what's it been like for you as an experience? It's your first band. Who knows, man, with the fucking success you guys are having. You know, what's it been like for you?
Wow, dude, this is a professional band. Yeah. And I'm this young, and it's a complete privilege to be learning from everybody that's older than me. I surround myself with intelligent,
we have a lot of
older,
There's about 10 years.
people.
It's awesome.
There's only 3.
Well, that's the way to do it. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You know,
the ways that these guys write music, dude. I'm absolutely honored.
Excellent.
Well, we're building their winger, dude.
Yeah,
I learned right quick this last year.
And he's growing fucking tremendous. He lives in Stroudsburg on the main street.
Oh, that is
He's got this shit. It's all off his porch growing everywhere. He's like, look, dude, I got compost. He's like, I got
Did you learn that from him and his
I saw him do it. I saw his piles, man, and I just did my research for him.
And he works at Great Wall.
Excellent.
Started throwing
the food scraps,
dude.
Compost.
Oh, it's great.
Scott's been a huge asset to us, dude. And Brian, too, we wish you were here, but he's down in Philadelphia.
Well, I mean, like, since you've been in this band, you guys opened for the Misfits. Is that the Sherman Theater show? And, I mean,
we've been getting in bed with them. The Misfit show was really good.
I wanted to bring up the Sherman Theater show. I was watching the live performance, and you had made this, like, grandiose statement about how agriculture and farming was the ultimate rebellion.
Yeah.
And the place was packed.
Yeah.
And I'm watching all these fucking people, like, screaming and backing you up. It's like, that's a big cultural shift. So what's that like for you to fucking have that happen?
Well, for me, that was awesome, and that was a moment of clarity, because little did I tell these guys, if that show didn't go well, I was quitting. Because I'm not the singer, and here I am up front.
You told me that.
I told you.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's all right.
But the show went really well. But this is what it is. I've been playing music for 22 years. I play all kinds of music, all kinds. And one thing when I was playing working bands and I was a professional musician 10 years or 12 years ago before my paintball contracts and all bullshit. When I came back into music, I made a decision consciously to choose punk because I seen a lot of rebels without causes. And I said, man, all these guys are crying and yelling about what's wrong, but how do you fix it? I don't want to hear what's wrong. Fuck all that.
Right.
Fix
It's not about solution.
Fix it. So this is for me to see that. And from when I started, the band's 6 years old now, I think. Six. And he's been in it almost 2 now, we'll just say 2, from the beginning. And the geopolitical realities of our society, what's happening, the people are digging it, dude. And and we're not, look, like I said, I'm not a Christian. I believe in Jesus, so.
Yeah, no.
But if he couldn't have fed the multitudes, he would have killed everybody. Yeah. Russia collapsed. Nobody died over
No, but that's a good message. But that's the point. Like,
who
you
cares
take
who rules the country?
You take the right
who cares
message.
who has computers? We got maple syrup.
No, but that's the
honey.
point.
What else we got?
It's not like when
we got
people
potatoes, kale.
Yeah, when people dislike Christians.
I who cares who rules the country? If we all grow our own shit, how many stone rows are in the goddamn country right now? That's the old culture that was here, that created America, that fucking did what we did to the world.
So how can people out there find you guys, your message, everything online, everything on Facebook?
They can Google a few keywords. I would say sustainable farming. I would say slow food movement. I would say peak oil is one they should learn about because it'll help them understand why these things are happening.
Yes.
And Scott, you're the social networking guy, so where do people find you guys?
Where do they find POW WOW?
We're on YouTube. We're on Reverb Nation.
Is it POW WOW or Pain of Wisdom or World of Waste?
You gotta search Pain of Wisdom and World of Waste. You'll find it in the Google search bar. We're gonna pop up everywhere, man.
Cool.
Let's check it out. Pain of Wisdom and a World of Waste.
Hell yeah. What were you gonna say, dude?
Nothing. I'm just reading. It's like John Seymour, Joel Salatin, Google the stuff. Massanova, Fukuoka, Alan Nation, Will Allen, Growing Power, Pamela Warhurst, Ron Finley, Michael Pollan. These are all serious like pioneers in this whole movement. And I'm on a computer. I'm researching information. And in the last 8 years, man, I've grown fucking hundreds of thousands of pounds of food, man. And pigs and goats and chickens, and I work with wonderful guys.
You know, I talk about it all the time on this show, Ice in the Face. One of the things I always put out there is I don't understand why vegetables and fruit don't grow in parks and just out in the wild.
They should know.
What about who's that?
She's you gotta Google her, dude. I can't even tell. She's just brought in England. That says the same thing you said. She's like, you just got a TED Talks, Pamela Warhurst.
Yeah,
she's a park opening up in California.
Actually, no, to them it's
everywhere.
Yeah, it's perfect. Have you heard of Are you guys?
He's right. The questions is the answer.
Are you guys in any way fans of football? Like, do you have teams? My father's Pennsylvania, right? Well, yeah. So you guys are like the Eagles. Okay. Well, there's a linebacker, a pass rusher named Connor who works for the Eagles. Dude, he rides his bike to work every day. Rides his bike to the stadium for workouts and shit. And to do it, he has to ride his bike through South Philly, through some nasty fucking neighborhoods. And he rode past the playground where the fucking basketball hoops were busted, the swings were busted, everything was all fucked up, and it was in a dope neighborhood. And he stopped there one day and talked to a couple of people and was like, hey, do you guys want this place fixed, or is it just and they were like, yeah, no, I mean, we'd love it. Dude, he set up a fucking thing, generated $100,000 and then matched it. So in one night, he generated $100,000 for this neighborhood, and then he took $100,000 of his own money and matched it, so they had $200,000. They started a community garden. They replaced the basketball net. They fixed the playground, and now these kids have a place to go, and the whole community has a place to go learn how to garden, and there's a playground and basketball courts. And I was wondering if you guys knew about that, dude. Yeah,
I knew about it.
We
do a lot of community garden work, actually. We're working on a municipal farm project. We know that there's open space land up there in Pennsylvania that taxpayers bought to spur development for New Jersey guys come up there. Right. So,
dude, I can't wait to
we ran out of space down here to shove.
And what we're doing, what'd you do?
ran out of space down here to shove Costco's in too. So
Oh, we're getting them. Don't worry, they're coming up there.
Exactly.
You're trying to stop them. We think we can use open space land to produce municipal farms to. I told you about this, right?
Be careful, you're talking about socialism.
Populism.
I agree, man. Dude, I'll tell you what, she's a socialist, I'm an anarchist, and somewhere in the middle.
Populist, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
6 acres per person.
What's that? 6 acres. 6 acres of land per person.
Survive, right?
No, I can feed 4 people on an acre.
Absolutely.
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 Cool.
So, but what happens is when you get,
And that's with rotating crops and all that?
yes, when you get more acres, you get more diversity, and you can do different stuff. Like, if so I can feed 4 on an acre. If 40 of us had 10 acres, then we could have a cow because we have different expanses of, it's all
Yeah, it
species,
changes
it's
the
not
game,
specific, yeah, it changes the game.
Changes the
So it's
game.
not 6 acres. I definitely heard 6 acres.
More than once and stuff.
Dude, I have
That's, I
2
guess,
acres,
maybe
and I
right,
grow,
you know?
and I grow easily without really hammering my land. I have 2 acres at my homestead, and I work about 400 or 500 other acres. Scott knows about. On mine, I'm growing about 12 or 1,400 pounds of food a year, easy.
But a human takes 1,500 pounds of food
A year to survive, to
Yeah.
thrive. The 2,000 calorie diet day is 1,500 pounds of food a year, so I could
Fucking love this,
easily
dude.
grow 6,000 pounds of food on 2 acres easily.
Yeah, nice.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to
It's
cut
at
you
that
off.
time, yeah,
Hey,
it's
look,
that
I
time,
don't mean to
right?
cut you guys
Guys,
off, but listen, first off, I love fucking having you.
Hell yeah, no, you guys are always
farming, fucking hillbilly redneck farmer. That's a joke.
Hey, it's not I'm a white guy. That's offensive.
Dude, he's smarter than I am. I'll tell you what, man. This guy defends himself with fucking shit. We're down to the final word. So this is like if you had a final word to tell the whole world, what would it be?
Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first. No one ever fucking volunteers. Go for it.
Oh, yeah.
If people give me praises, it ain't me, man. I'm just a conduit of energy, and I try to stay humble, and I'm loving life, dude. And that's it.
Hell yeah.
That's your final word?
That's my final word.
Fuck yeah, man. That's a good final word, brother.
I'm going to give the next final word to Woo.
Well, first of all, I have to applaud you guys for what you do.
Rudy's gonna say, go North Korea!
No, seriously, what you guys are doing is is pretty fucking awesome, you know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, well, I have to say, if there's a fucking end of the world, if there was ever a place I would come to my house.
I'm bringing them.
He's like 8 feet tall.
It's because she knows how to forage. She's bringing the corn.
No, seriously, you know, I'm sure there are a lot of people like you.
Yeah.
There should be more.
Yes.
If there were more people like you, like in the whole, not just in the climate of USA, Russia, whatever, this place, the world would be great.
Yeah,
But
it's possible.
Exactly, it is possible, but it's hard, you know, because you got ignorant, dumb fucks out there that don't
Like
birds
Virgil.
is hard. When you came out of that hole, dude, it was hard.
You're like, fuck, I'm freezing.
Holy shit.
So,
But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say, man.
Oh, yeah. Woo, good word, man. Good word.
Right, man. Stones, your final word.
alright,
First off, Stones, it's been great having you here tonight. It's been awesome tonight, man. I just wanted to say it's great to have Stones here tonight.
it was, like I said, yeah.
I've been No, he hasn't been here in months. He hasn't been here.
He sits down on the rainbows and he comes for the good shit. He makes us do the legwork.
His dick was hard, but go ahead.
Alright, come on, Stones.
Alright, so, we're fucked in the sense that we need to be able to have free speech. I don't care if you're somebody who's Muslim and talks about destiny and infidels, you have the right to say whatever the fuck you want to say. And the second that we start taking away speech from everybody is the second that we lose all our power in society. Speech is a powerful thing, but it's powerful enough where we should never let it be stripped from us.
I agree.
That said, sticks and stones may break your bones,
Words. Wow.
You only hurt small groups of people.
Ryan, your final word.
Oh shit. I guess it's all just, I mean, it's a bunch of negative shit, and you gotta look for the positive things, like, I mean, we've talked about everything, like, I mean, it's terrible, and like I said, we talked about the 2 cops. I feel terrible for them, like, that's rough for their families, and that's hard, but I'm sorry, I refuse to sit here and put your stupid face on and go, oh my god, that's so fucking hard. No, dude, it's completely predictable. It's completely predictable. When you do shit like that, when you fucking put the cops in that position. I mean, do you know where those cops went to with their complaints? They didn't go to the fucking people. They didn't go to the ghetto. They went straight to City Hall and said the mayor painted them in a bad light and haven't done enough to back up the police. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I feel bad for the 2 guys who felt the wrath, but the wrath isn't, I mean, it's not going to be denied. It's there. It exists. It lives. I mean, and it is. It's a fucking terrible shame. So, I mean, and it's with that I foresee more of that horrible, terrible wrath and shame, and it's upcoming, and it's not going to be pretty, and we're not going to like it, and that's why it's more important now than it ever was for you to love your neighbor and take care of everybody and fucking make sure that you're doing what you can do to take care of yourself and stay alive, like we're saying, dude, I live in a fucking trailer park. I don't have a lot of fucking ground, but you know what? I till it, I turn it, I earth it, I fucking compost, and I grow vegetables, and I do what the fuck I can do to make sure I got fucking, food that I can eat, and I can take care of my family. And so, I mean, that's all a bunch of negative shit, but I would like to point out a positive, and that will be my final word. One of the officers who died in that whole full-on assault, and by the way, I'd like to point out, that was a nutcase. Okay, that was not a revolutionary. That was not a man with a vision. That was a dude who shot his girlfriend in the leg, okay, in Baltimore. Thanks, Teddy. And fucking drove up to Brooklyn and decided to shoot 2 cops and wrote things on his girlfriend.
Say that on news.
Wrote shit on fucking on Twitter saying hashtag I'm gonna put wings on pigs tonight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, it's terrible.
Interesting point.
And, and I'm not trying to, I'm just saying don't be surprised. You know what I mean? But in light of all that horror, in light of all that tragedy, I gotta give a fucking big shout out to the New York Yankees. No, I'm serious. The New York Yankees heard about what happened. One of those officers was a Latino gentleman who had 2 children. Those children's college tuition is paid for by the New York Yankees, and they're making sure that the mother is taken care of as well. You know what? Throughout all of that fucking nonsense, and you should pay attention to it, and you should take it seriously, and you should be deathly afraid of it because it's a reality now. But look what happened out of that bloodshed and out of that horror. Somebody stepped up and did what was right.
Well, actually,
and that's what really fucking but that's what really fucking matters in the end. We can look at all the horror. No, we can look at all the horror. We can look at all the horror.
By the way, Stone said I said 40%.
You had your final word. You had your chance. We can look at all the horror. But as long as somebody steps up and does the right thing at the end of the day, I will keep fighting for humanity. I will keep fighting for humanity.
Their baseball caps. They were Yankees baseball caps after September 11th, and everybody else was wearing like Whitney hats and stuff like that. The Yankees wore their caps, and they were asked, "Why you guys continue to wear your caps?" And they said, "Because our baseball caps are a tribute to the police officers and firefighters in New York City as it is."
Exactly.
So that's their thing.
Yeah.
Like that's what they do.
And that's what,
Through all the horror,
through all everything, when you see things like that and you see people stepping up doing the right things, that's why I will fight for you. That's why I will fight for you. That's why I stay here. That's why I don't run off to the woods and say, fuck all y'all, you're crazy, you deserve to die. It's because of things like that that make you stick around, and I'll fight for you if we keep doing things like that. Yeah.
Nice. Next final word, I want to get into Yankee Top.
Well, all right.
Go for it,
My
man.
final word, I'm going to ask you guys to join in with a song with me.
Okay.
I'll start it off, and then it'll be easy. Got ready?
Yes.
Just follow me. We thank you you for drinking with us. We thank you for drinking with us. We thank you for drinking with us. Now get me a beer. Good tidings we bring to you and you here. We thank you for drinking with us. Now get me a beer.
Perfect. Okay. Nice. Next final word I'm going to give to Sarah.
My final word is to probably the person I've been giving the fucking silver final words to for weeks now, because I keep trying to draw people's attention to it.
Go ahead.
Not just to the one stream that I keep sending people to, but to all the people that are going out to the protest day after day after day, just so they can make sure people can see what's really happening. Because nobody realizes that these protests are happening in like every city, in every country.
Yeah, right.
Everyone thinks it's just like these pockets, and it's the live streamers who are actually the journalists.
Right.
So like I keep shoving everyone at James from the Internet's live stream site, because he is so unbelievably dedicated to making sure you see what's happening in the middle of the crowd. That, like, if you want real news, watch the live streams, because that's you being an eyewitness. That's not someone telling you because they read it somewhere, that found it on Facebook, that blah blah blah, and then they call themselves a journalist and put Fox News over their head and believe them. Watch the live streams, and you know, yep. And I also wanted to give a shout out to my friend, which I said I would.
Yes.
We did. I don't know if anyone saw those stupid Facebook things where they're like, first 10 people to comment will get blah blah blah. Well, a while ago there was one that went around that said the first 10 people to comment, I will give you an original piece of artwork that I make in the next year. And I thought it was a cool idea. And so I got my artwork from her the other day. She's also a graphic designer.
Can I hold it up to this camera?
She's also a graphic designer, and so I wanted to shout out to her old job. She's not there anymore, but Ink Monster with no E in the monster, and her name, if you want to look on my friends list, is Alicio Yo. And if you like her work, you know, just check out her other shit. That's it.
All right. Cool.
Good stuff from you, Sarah.
Scott, your final word.
I've got one thing to say. Two very small sections.
Go ahead.
First, we must have POW WOW after every meeting.
Nice.
Second, very simple. Right. Second, very simple. Learn, educate yourself, learn the truth, and unfuck the world.
Yeah, I want one of these shirts.
Happy holidays, people.
I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Happy holidays.
Can
you rap? What do you think? You're better than me? I mean, your rough and tumble physique. Go ahead. Was that it?
Done.
Scott, yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. So everybody has gone except for Mr.
Me.
Gag,
I haven't
right?
gone yet. Me.
All right.
Me and Lefty. My final word. My final word. I just want to say that if you want to find us, online, Austin Talk TV, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Obviously, if you're watching this, is Homebar Productions on YouTube. Sarah and I have an audio podcast on Stitcher and iTunes called Ice and the Face. Definitely check that out. We hit a record number of downloads this month, which is really nice to end the year with, because it doubled the previous record, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was crazy. And I just want to say that, like I said in the last Austin Talk, I know there's a lot of crazy shit going on in the world. It's not all going to go smooth. Some of it's going to be rough, some of it's going to be bloody, some of it's going to be this and that, but no revolution, positive or negative, has ever happened without, a lot of turmoil. I don't know what to expect, but just be vigilant and be educated and intelligent about the things that you do.
And keep listening to Awesome Talk.
And keep listening to Awesome Talk, absolutely.
We will guide you through the rebellion.
I wanted to thank Joseph Lemieux for being here tonight. I mean, he filled in for Aaron Nelson.
Did a great job.
Awesome, man. Definitely check out Politically Exhausted on YouTube and on Facebook. Check out Joseph. Aaron is going to be on. We're going to reschedule him probably for February. I want to get him on with Daryl Hell. I thought that'd be fucking amazing.
That'd be cool.
And I want to thank you guys from POW WOW for being here tonight.
It's a pleasure.
It's always great having you guys on because it adds a whole nother dynamic to the show. Every time you've been on, it adds a whole other new conversation to the show, and that's been really fucking great.
And plus, no power outage.
No power outage. Not yet. Not yet. Not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Is it time, Rick? Not almost. I was going to say on the phones. It's been really good having you here tonight. Now we're going to give we have one for the guests. What's up? What is it? Uh-oh. Merry Christmas and safe and happy New Year, fuckers. Embulance is my fucking new friend. Thanks for the tires, man. You know, he said earlier on he subscribed. I like that. Now I want to give the special final word over to John Lackey of SuperTMH2.com. Super. Get the fuck out of here. First off, okay. This is how it goes. Everybody, pay attention to his glorious beard. SuperTMH2.com.
Thank you.
SuperTMH2.com.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Here we go. Some stupid shit.
Go.
For some families, it is a holiday tradition to send a weird family newsletter with your Christmas card. Just a short 7,000-word note about your family's doings that gives the reader a glimpse into your year. Social media has almost rendered these letters obsolete, as your friends and family can now watch you slowly dissolve into madness in real time. But there's something quaint about getting an actual letter in the mail. So I found an article that offers tips for sparkling Christmas letters, and the advice is sound. Start off on a positive note is number one with a bullet. It says not to start with the phrase, "I can't believe the year has come and gone so quickly," because it reminds the reader that death is imminent. And there's nothing cheerful about walking hand in bony hand with the Grim Reaper as he whisks you away to the afterlife, even if his sickle is a candy cane. Keep it positive. Something like 2014 was a great year. The family and I whispered an ancient incantation that promises immortality in exchange for something. To be honest, we couldn't read the fine print because the book of spells turned to dust when we regained consciousness. LOL, it's fun to be a god. Next on the list of Christmas letter tips is about resisting the urge to embellish. For example, it's better to plainly state the weird smell in the basement is back. Instead of plumbers, public service workers, and a team of scientists were all baffled by the mysterious raw sewage stench blanketing our basement. Oh my God. It's not polite to brag that you had to live in a motel for 3 months while members of the clergy performed an exorcism on your basement to send the foul odor back to hell. The list of tips ends with "make it personal," which is pretty vague, so allow me to clarify. A 9-paragraph all-caps sermon about the time you lost your shit on the lady at Dunkin' Donuts because she said Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas is personal, but is better served as a journal entry. Similarly, saying that sometimes you look at your family and dream of getting in the car and just driving far, far away until you run out of gas. Or that the only time you feel alive is when you hold your head underwater until you're on the cusp of drowning are deeply personal sentiments, but maybe turn it down a notch for the family Christmas newsletter. Something like, "My spouse is fine, the children are also fine. It's Christmas and everything is fine." Some last-minute tips that the list failed to mention. Clippings from the newspaper announcing your child's honor roll achievement? Good. Clippings from the newspaper that contain hidden messages about the JFK assassination that only you can see? Alright, also good, but not Christmas letters. Family recipe for olive loaf? Good. Olive loaf jammed into the envelope? Alright, thoughtful, but not good. Wishing your friends and family a happy and safe New Year? Not good depending on the reader. Some people like to have dangerous, miserable New Years. So with that, my friends, have a new year, and have it however you want it.
Not like the SuperTMH2.com. Look, listen. This is the last show of 2014. I just want to say, like, 2013, I thought it was the craziest year of my life. 2014 happened.
We'll probably see it somewhere around New Year, right?
Yeah. Listen, January 6th, we're going to be back. We're going to be live. Renee Rosa from Sherman Tax is going to be here. Foster the Genius is going to be here. And we got all kinds of crazy shit coming up. January 20th, Betray is going to be here. Kevin Bartini from The Daily Show is Skyping in fucking live, man. Crazy. We have all kinds of crazy shit going on. So, it's been a really great year. Yes. And I just want to say to everybody, hey, this is awesome talk. Thanks for drinking with us. And Ryan?
Don't forget to donate for breast cancer. Good night forever, my sweet friend.
How y'all feeling about Rage Against the Machine tonight? Here is something you can't understand. How I can just
kill a man. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.